And we right back, man. We right back with another one. It's Cory and Killa, Cory Rare's form, my nigga Killa, man, off the Pull Up Podcast, nigga.
Nah, man, what's going on, everybody? But hey, man, we had a good show. The last show we had with my nigga Ron, we had a really, really good show, man. Y'all should go check that out whenever you get a chance.
For real though, we had a dope show with Rome the Poet. We thank you for coming up here, telling us your background, getting into the music with us. That was a dope show, bro. That was a dope show. It was a lot of laughs.
Nah, for sure.
A lot of laughs and smiles.
I think that was one of our best ones we put together, man.
Right.
To be honest with you, we got a few good ones for sure out of it, man. But that one's like
at least the last three for sure. I think we started to really put it together. Like, okay, how we bounce off conversation and we feel the vibes and shit. But
yeah. We gotta start doing more discussion. That's why I say we get more of a crowd. We can start having real more like discussions. So we got a feedback. The feedback is gonna make it go good.
I think what's dope is we like a hybrid. We react to videos, but we also have our many discussions in between too, to where it's like it's not just the video you hear watching. Like you're getting a lot of feedback again from us too, and just what our perspective.
No, exactly.
Our real niggas be here.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I know it's motherfuckers out here that feel the same as us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shit. What I don't know. We putting it together, man. We doing it.
Yeah. So let's get into another one, man. You see the title, OJ Bobby Johnson.
Yeah.
We got a good one.
Yeah, we got a good show. Yeah, we got a good one today, man. We got a good one today, man. OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
Was the plug.
Really on the plug. OJ. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Technical difficulties, man.
Yeah. We locked in though. We locked in. So
my bad, man. Technical difficulties, man. My bad.
Yeah, nigga, you gotta get off that Metro Wi-Fi, nigga.
Nah, nigga, I ain't at the Metro Wi-Fi, nigga. I got the Wi-Fi connected to the motherfucking Starbucks down the street, nigga. What you talking about, nigga?
Nigga stealing.
We ghetto to the motherfucker, man.
Come on, we get it how we live it, man. We get it how we live it. So
hey, y'all keep that between us.
You know how we start off this video, our videos. We like to vibe, we like to smooth on in that motherfucker. We got some smooth vibes for y'all today.
Yeah, a little change of pace. A little change of pace from the usual.
Got the legend.
Shout out Al Green, man. R.I.P.
I was just saying, nigga, I'll watch a movie of Al Green.
Nah, for sure, man. I want to see it. I want to see the scene when he get the grits poured on him, man. I want to see how that shit went.
That nigga sang about that?
Shit, I don't know. I know that nigga stopped singing. I know after that shit happened, that nigga found God and became a pastor. Nigga, that nigga was done with this
shit. That nigga stopped singing that.
Nigga said, I'm cool, nigga. I can't keep fucking these hoes.
She did that. I bet you she bragged about that and said, like she the reason why motherfuckers throw hot grease on motherfuckers.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. From the day, like since I was a kid, my grandmother to the day she died, and my uncle to this day called that nigga Al Grits. That nigga been Al Grits since I was a kid.
Oh, shit. That nigga got some hot grits poured on him and quit making music.
But done.
He must have been doing some shit he shouldn't have did. But you know what? Shout out to the legend, man. Let's get into this right here. Ooh, this motherfucker come on so cold.
For sure. Some player shit.
Now that you're here with me, I want to keep you free to do the things that you want to do. The joy in life is loving you. But now the day has come to let you know where I'm coming from. Yeah, the best of my year will go to you. It's the only thing that I can do. But these things gonna come overnight. Loving you, baby, and I think I'm right. Let me say before I forget, loving you, baby, is where it's at. Yeah, yeah, baby, look what you done for me. Yeah, baby, you set my heart free. Yeah. Oh, what a feeling. Yeah. Feeling, yeah.
They go to Mr. Bean the Butcher sample right here.
Yep. Oh, okay. Hey.
Sometimes I wanna leave, and then I say,
Shout out to Alchemist. That nigga's a
wouldn't
genius.
make sense now. Anyway, forgive me, baby, if I do wrong. I haven't been a true man for so long. Let me say before I forget, loving you, baby, you know where it's at. Yeah, oh, baby, what you done for me? Oh, baby, you set my heart free. Yeah. Red in the water, everything that you want, very good for me, and I got to say it. What you done to me? Yeah, you set my heart free. Yeah. Oh, no matter what you done to me. Feeling that you are. What you done to me?
Man, what would you say that song was really about there, bro?
Shit, that shit sound like a nigga that. To be honest with you, it sound like a girl got some good ass pussy, and he like, you know what? Hey, I'm
Right.
done with this shit, nigga. I'm cool. This is all I need right here. That nigga said you set my heart
You got
free.
me motherfucking whipped right there. You got me tripping. That nigga said,
I
"Look
don't
what
want.
you done to me.
Look what you done to me, bitch. Like look what you doing. You know if you let me hit it again,
It's like dope.
you gotta answer your phone now.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't not answer your phone, my nigga. You
Right.
can't hit it and quit it, nigga.
Right. It seemed
Hey,
like
man.
back then, like motherfuckers that have, like like now, like motherfuckers just talk to hella different girls, right?
Yeah.
Like then it seemed like a lot of times motherfuckers that have hella different families.
Oh
Like,
yeah, they definitely did. Definitely did. Like that's player music.
Especially watching that what Ray Charles with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
It
But
just
that's
showed
how it
me.
went.
Yeah.
Like that nigga Earthquake said, he's like, man, that nigga motherfucker is a blind dude, had all them bitches, and he knew they looked good by just feeling their wrist. That nigga was like, it's in their wrist, Ray. Ray, I've been looking at these bitches' asses. This nigga grab a girl wrist like, nope, you ain't for me.
I was grabbing bitches' asses. Oh, weak as fuck.
Nigga crazy. Like shit, thank God. Nigga, I'm about to take this bitch to beat my mom. Nigga, you put me on game.
Man, bro. Hey, RIP to my nigga Bernie Mac, man.
For sure.
He
Salute,
was
man.
funny than a motherfucker in life.
Mm-hmm.
In that movie Life, bro, that nigga, they still recite that nigga jokes to this day, bro. And just you say reminded me of Bernie Mac because this nigga, bro, one of the best comedians to me.
Oh, exactly, for sure. King of comedy, bro. Like he
they got a joke where it's like he was like he talked to his son. Hey, go ask your mom, your sister, and your brother if they would sleep with the neighbor for $1 million. He said he went. He's like, all right. So he said he went, asked his mom. His mom was like, yeah. The sister was like, maybe. The brother was like, hell yeah. He said he went back to his dad and told his dad what they said. He said he was like, well, son, there's lessons to be learned here. Hypothetically, I mean, he said a hypothetical lesson and a literal one. Because I think he was asking, what's the difference between hypothetical and
hypothetical and literal?
Yeah, and he's like, literally, we have 2 whores in the house. Hypothetically, your brother could be gay. Are we something like that?
Nah, for sure.
I gotta pull that up just so I don't misquote him, bro.
Yeah.
I don't
Nah, you know how Uncle Bernie is, but I respect Bernie Mac too, because they try to take a picture and they try to put the boy from the show, they try to put the boy on the lap. That nigga was like, fuck no, nigga, we not doing no shit like that. Hey, you get over there. Yeah. They try to have him do some shit with the kid. It's like, hell no, nigga, we don't do no shit like that. And he started talking shit about the people stealing his jokes too.
And let's get into this video real quick, man. We doing this a little unorthodox, but this the king right here, man.
We funny people. I was on my brother's house last night. Before I left here, I was on my brother's house. And I got, nephew like all of us. They I don't know what they on. They on some other shit, right? So my brother,
I don't know what they own.
My nephew came in and he said, you pretty smart. I said, well, I'm all right. I'm all right. So what's the difference between a hypothetical question and a realistic question? Kind of caught me off guard, I said, damn, hypothetical and realistic. I said, they basically mean the same, but sometimes they might be different. Caught me off guard. I said, for example, man, I said, run upstairs and ask your mama, would she make love to the next door neighbor for $50,000? He went upstairs, took a while, came back. He said, mama said she'll make love to the next door neighborhood in the next block for $50,000. I said, I'll be damned.
I said,
well, do me a favor, go upstairs and ask your sister, would she make love to the mailman for $250,000? He ran upstairs, tried it on back. He said, sister said she'll make love to the mailman, the milkman, and any other man for $50,000. I looked at my brother. Brother looked at me and said, sit down, son. I said, I'm going to tell you something. Hypothetically speaking, you should have $100,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, you should have $100,000.
I said, but realistically speaking, son, you live with 2 hoes. Good night, Las Vegas. Good night.
But realistically speaking, you live with 2 hoes.
Hey man, you gotta let the joke. I fuck with that nigga. He's one of the niggas that say, man, you gotta let the joke breathe, my nigga. Don't rush the joke.
Man, my auntie, man, explained how my cousin died for about 30 minutes. Couldn't get through with the motherfucking story. Just kept saying the same shit. Old motherfuckers do that shit. Girl, what happened? Well, it was raining real hard. And I just got my hair did. And I went to bingo. And he came and picked me up. Because it was raining real hard and I just got my hair did. And I didn't want my hair to fall.
I said what happened. But shout out, man. Shout out Bernie Mac, man. Let's keep the show going. We got a
show, man. We'll fuck around to be on that shit for day. We gotta do one on the comedians too, man. We gotta do one on like.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say to you earlier, bro. We gotta do a show where we highlight the older movies that we appreciate, like people that may not really be in that spotlight now. Like for instance, 3 Strikes.
Oh yeah, Michael Hooks.
Come on, bro.
Brian Hooks. Is it Brian Hooks? Brian Hooks. I don't want to fuck his name up. Brian Hooks, for sure. That nigga's a legend.
Yeah, legendary, bro. I'm gonna tap in with that nigga one day, try to get him on here because he'll do the interview.
Nah, for sure. But we put it together for him.
Stacy making his comeback with Snowfall and shit like that, and now he dropping other movies and he got his clothing line going. He got his own weed. The OG Stacy.
You know that nigga said when he was on. Oh, you talking about the dude that played the uncle?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you was talking about the guy that played Saint. I was about to say, that nigga said Jerome,
you talking about Jerome?
Uncle Jerome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never watched the episode, but when Rick Ross Rick Ross said that nigga basically stole that show was based on Rick Ross' life.
Man, it's fucked up because I
It
watched
kind of like turned me off.
I already knew it was on Rick Ross, but before I seen him comment on it, I was watching it. And when he said what he said about it, now he didn't like it, it made me not want to watch it no more either. Like,
Nah,
it's like,
I'm not gonna lie.
But then it's like I heard they had got their differences resolved.
Nah, hell no. He just stopped talking about that nigga. He's like, I'm not gonna talk about this nigga because he's dead. But they asked him, he was like, nah.
I thought he said they was gonna do something, but then he died.
He said, cuz told him that, but nothing never happened. Nothing never happened out of that shit. And then he died. You feel what I'm saying? He said he hadn't talked to him for like a while because of that shit.
That movie Higher Learning.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out the Freeway, man. Yeah. Shout out the Freeway Rick.
Freeway and RP to John
Singleton.
Yeah, Singleton.
John Singleton, man. The OG, man.
That nigga,
salute to him.
And I'm a photography camera nigga. I appreciate a nigga like John Singleton.
Yeah.
Especially the people that made like that John Singleton made, or no, that was Spike Lee that made Clockers, huh?
Yeah. With Makai?
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name?
Makai.
My nigga Bo. What's his name?
Nigga who was the dad off of the nigga who was the dad off of This Christmas.
Yeah, my nigga Bo King.
No, not Bo King, but also other bro. What's the other bro name?
I never seen This Christmas. I gotta look at that. My nigga Bo King Woodbine.
I'm talking about Delroy Lindo, nigga.
Oh, okay. Delroy.
Delroy. It's crazy because he's really an English nigga, bro.
Man.
You know that?
So is Idris.
But Delroy, he been in American movies since nigga forever. But it's just crazy because I be feeling like he played the coldest, old school, like gangster type. Like he be playing them cold roles. Him and other bro, what's bro name? Thomas Jefferson Bird, bro. You know who that is?
No, I gotta see a picture of him. Show me a picture.
Let me show you this nigga. He be playing him cold. He normally play like a knock kind of sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know you talking about.
That nigga be playing the cold roles.
Nah, for sure.
He playing them cold roles. But Delroy, that nigga Delroy, bro, he be playing them cold roles. This nigga's a good actor.
You know, like I said, you know, a lot of them Englishmen, they play them cold roles because a lot of them niggas, they looking at it. It's like us trying to play an Englishman. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna have like a different perspective from the outside. They do the same type of shit. You know what I mean?
Man, you ever seen
it's not natural, they're really acting.
You're not always outnumbered. With
there's a whole lot of movies I ain't see. Oh yeah, that's my nigga, bro. What? Nigga, that's West Indian, but West Indian forgot cuz name. That's the nigga that told the niggas on the news, why don't you say the word, nigga? Say it.
Yeah,
say it. I'll say it with you. Come on, let's say it. Let's say it together.
Yeah, that's bro. But he be playing the coldest roles, bro. So one of these days we got to go over just old movies like that, give them they like.
He was in Malcolm X. He played Malcolm X OG up in that movie with Denzel.
Real niggas. He be playing some real niggas. He
that's
told
the dude.
He was like, if you my son, you gonna go in there and kill him. You wanna be my son, right? Crazy.
Hey, that's cold, nigga. That's up there with Lawrence Fishburne when he told Tina Turner, nigga, if you die, I'ma kill you. Nigga, that's the coldest line in the world.
Bro, when I watched that as a little kid, nigga. And
me too.
I was like, damn, he ain't playing. What did she do to make that nigga so bad?
Bruh, that nigga said, if you die, don't you die on me, anime.
Bro,
if you die,
the coldest scene. not the coldest, like the coolest, like just the hardest scene for me to watch. Or it just was like, damn, this nigga evil. Like that made me say,
oh yeah, when he slapped her over the couch and started punching her.
bro, that was the same scene where they was recording in the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that
bro.
nigga went, it's what the meme when that nigga sitting up there with the drink. That nigga turn around and look. That nigga like, I'm just trying to help you, Ike. Trying to help me?
Yeah.
You trying to help Ike? Bitch, don't help Ike. Bitch, help yourself. Like nigga, that shit was cold.
Bro. He didn't have, but he raped her though. It was like, this nigga evil. This nigga evil.
Man, don't be sorry, bitch. Be careful, nigga. That's one of them ones that's up there with them lines, nigga. Don't be sorry, bitch. Be careful.
That limo, when she finally was like, fuck this, and she hopped in that limo.
Bruh, eat the cake anime. Nigga, to this day, eat the cake anime is still a line used in my family, nigga. Eat the cake anime. Eat the cake. Eat the cake.
She got her lick back though. She got her lick back.
But you know Ike is an OG. That nigga pulled off the motherfucking boots, nigga. He pulled them snakeskin boots off and started hitting her with the boots. Hey, so I was like, nigga.
Her too? He was managing her too?
That was her husband, yeah.
No, but he was also managing her too, huh?
Yeah. Ike Turner was famous, bro.
Right, but after Tina left him, he was no more. Ike.
Yeah, he still. The thing is, Ike Turner eat off of them royalty checks. She married some this white rock and roll person. Forgot cuz name. She married to some She was married to some rock and roll dude.
If this nigga Ike came to you and said, "Let me manage your career after the Tina Turner shit," would you let him?
Yeah, nigga. I beat the shit out of Ike Turner, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga?
He might still had a connection, huh? That's what you're thinking.
Bruh, Judge Joe Brown said Ike Turner used to pull up and give us money when we was kids, nigga. Like Ike Turner paid niggas to go through college. Ike Turner been that nigga for years, bruh.
Damn. So what made this nigga so mad?
Man, Ike, to be honest with you, bud, Ike was always looking
nigga from other niggas like, damn, when I seen that, I couldn't believe it. He used to give us money and shit.
But Ike Turner said he beat her ass because she would always look sad. And I'll be like, what's wrong with you? And she'd be like, nothing. He said, then I'll just grab her and be like, bitch, what's wrong with you? She'd go, I'm okay. Like, okay, yeah, bitch, you're working now. Like, I swear to God, that nigga's cold. You never seen his interviews?
Bitch, you working now is crazy.
But you ain't never seen his interviews? Them interviews is funny.
One day we're gonna have to get into there, bro. One day we're gonna have to get into there, bro.
We gotta talk about Ike Turner and we gotta talk about Joe Jackson. Them shits is hilarious, bro.
What Joe Jackson do?
But you ain't never seen. Joe Jackson,
yeah, because he was beating them niggas. Hey, I seen the movie. That nigga, them niggas in that.
But that nigga came and got his son from the. Bro, his son could have went to college for baseball. That nigga showed up to the practice and said, "My son quits today to go to a talent show, nigga." Just to go perform at a talent show.
That shit crazy because normally nowadays it's like kids be like, I don't want to play sports. I want to go and do the music shit. But back then, nah, nigga, you in the band and this is what you really doing.
You know, Joe Jackson was a singer himself, bro. That's why he did that.
Damn,
Joe Jackson was a singer, but he got Mike's mom pregnant, and when she got pregnant, she was gonna have an abortion just so this nigga could go on with his career. He was like, nah, nigga, we gonna keep it. Cause you know they Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, shit.
So he kept the baby and he worked in the steel mill. So when their kids got big enough, he was like, oh yeah, we about to make a band out of y'all. Everybody didn't want to do it.
Imagine
like
Imagine when Mike came. When Mike came and imagine when they first heard Michael sing to where he's like, yup.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a rap. But Mike was always the one Mike was the arrogant one. I mean, not arrogant. Mike was the one that was like, I don't want to do this shit, bro. Yeah. Mike ran away from home, all type of different shit, trying to get away from that nigga, bro.
His ass beat too.
Yeah, Mike was the only nigga that took an ass whooping and tell that nigga, no, I'm not doing this shit. I don't give a fuck.
I want to react to a video too. Man, we're gonna have to. You know what? When we do Mike, we'll do Ike and Tina and everybody, bro. Because I want to react to a video. Niggas talk about Mike. They said Mike. That nigga said, bro, Mike banged on me. That nigga was a crip. But he was like, what niggas don't know is he at first he was a blood, but he switched to crip.
But you don't remember.
What's it called? But I seen the Mike with all the Chris and he throwing the shit up.
Yeah, all them people in that video. What is it called? The Way You Make Me Feel. All them niggas was real Crips in that video.
I think you know what's the brother name?
Throwing up dick seeds, nigga.
All right. Damn, dude. Oh, Boo Capone.
Yeah, I heard of cuz before.
Yeah, he was talking about it. He was like, niggas think that was a monkey, nigga. That was a little ape or chimp or something like that. He was like, nigga, that wasn't no little like that nigga said he used to slap.
Talking about Bubbles.
He said he used to slap Bubbles. Bubbles, like he used to really fuck Bubbles up type shit.
They got jokes about that. They got jokes about that. Nigga, Bubbles will kill everybody in that room if he go crazy, man.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, Bubbles will kill everybody, bro. If Bubbles just snap one day, he'll kill everybody, bro.
And yes, y'all, I do not believe Michael Jackson was guilty of that.
Oh, yeah.
I do not believe Michael Jackson was guilty of that bullshit. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Gotti, nigga. Shout out to my nigga Gotti. When Michael Jackson thought I was at that nigga house, we was outside tripping on everybody that said anything about Michael Jackson, nigga.
What you say about Mike, nigga?
Nigga, what you say about the king, nigga? We was pulling up on niggas like on that type of time. Like, you talk about the king?
Did you tap in with Gotti about the interview?
Yeah, I tapped in with him, bud. We gotta catch him on one of his off days. I think he said Thursday is one of his off days. So
okay. For sure.
We could put it together that
day. Let's go ahead and keep the show rolling. Let's get into this next video, October London, Mulholland Drive. Death Row artist signed to Snoop Dogg. So y'all give him a listen. Tell me who y'all think he sound like in the comments.
I respect that. She was like, I'm not taking back none of that, but I will say that the album is a great, great album. She was like, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. I was just like, whoa, I'm listening to this sound on the radio, and I'm like, this isn't my brother's song at all. Why does he sound like him? It's just freaking out. I understand what you're doing now, paying homage to my brother.
For sure. I'm on top of the world, baby. Please don't hold me down. While the world is going crazy,
he sounds similar.
I'm keeping my head down. I got the TV on, but it ruins my vibe. Look at the clock, it's about that time. Oh, I wanna ride, babe. Take a ride with me. The sunlight's gone, but the moon's so bright. Oh, I'm about to cruise down Mulholland Drive. Oh, I need some quiet time with me. Oh, baby, I wanna get away from the world. No TV, no radio, no. Oh, baby, I wanna get away from the world. Oh, no negative in my sedative, no.
Said I wanna go for a long ride, somewhere far, far away from me.
Nope, right here.
Where there's no negative spray, no change of credo.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about that girl. That girl been with Snoop for years.
Just me and you and the moon, 75 degrees in the middle of June. Sunroof open, windows down.
I thought it was Truth, but they don't fuck with Truth no more.
I just wanna go somewhere and escape. Baby, take me to a place somewhere far, far away from here. Oh, baby, I wanna get away from the world.
no TV, no radio, no. Oh, baby, I wanna get away from the world. Oh, no negative in my sedative, no, no, no.
Make some noise for October.
He doing his thing on this.
McGregor.
Hell yeah, my nigga Connor.
Yeah, shout out October London, man. Shout out October London.
I'm off that Conor McGregor right now.
Yeah.
Too. Matter of fact.
Yeah, I think that's what he was sipping on too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to give me some of that, man. I'm gonna have to give me
That
some
proper 12, man. I like Jameson a little bit better, just because I like Jameson a little bit better, but you know, I fuck with Jameson. I don't know who the nigga that made Jameson.
So in your eyes, in your ears, who you think bro sound like?
He sounds similar to Marvin Gaye. I don't think he sounds exactly like that,
No.
but he sounds similar.
That vibe.
Yeah. Well, that's a sample that like they sample one of Marvin Gaye's songs and shit like that. That's that damn, what's the name of that song? I can't think of the name. They sample one of his songs though. That's why the vibe and everything is there, even down to the bongo.
I wonder. I wish I could like just go back real quick and see how motherfuckers were reacting to Marvin Gaye when he was first dropping, and
Marvin Gaye came out as a kid. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
Marvin Gaye been signed with Motown since that nigga was hella little, bro. Like all the way up. The old music hit, but the bigger music is when you see that nigga with his beard and shit like that. That's the shit that super hit. Like, cause that nigga was, I don't want to say he started making songs about what's going on. Like, what's going on? Like, he talking about the war. He talking about how fucked up black people had it. Like, that was the older music was just like love songs, like, you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. But he kind of broke into talking about like the plight of the world and shit like that. Right. You know what I mean?
World peace and shit like that.
Yeah, I want you to want me too. And that nigga got the first sex song. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. In Between the Sheets, copied that song. You that was so he did I can't think of the name. The whole song is that nigga just basically singing to a girl talking about fucking the shit out of her. Like how much he want to fuck the shit out of her. He even got the girl moaning in the beginning of the song like she getting ran. It's in the beginning of the song.
Marvin Gaye, bro. Shout out Marvin Gaye, man. But let's
get into that, man.
Y'all see the show, man. Put some emphasis on that OJ. All right,
for sure, man. OJ Bobby Johnson, man.
Yeah, man. So let's get into this next video real quick. Cause I'm not black, I'm OJ. All right, nigga, I'm all nigga.
Fair use, Jay-Z. Don't take this shit down.
Come on, Jay. Fuck with it. Fair use.
Light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, feel nigga, still nigga, still nigga.
Yeah, we gotta do a video with Jay-Z, bro. We gotta do a video where we breaking this video down right here.
Well, I was a huge fan of Jay-Z, man, but yeah, not no more, man. Love all his old shit though.
Damn.
Love that nigga old shit.
Why not no more?
I don't know. Jay-Z done made a couple questionable moves, but I mean, I guess he on a business shit, but Jay-Z don't want nobody to know about how he used to be. Jay-Z used to be the ghetto nigga. Now he's not I don't want to say he's not ghetto no more, but and I don't want to say because I don't know what he do for people, but Jay-Z did some fuck shit a couple times.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling the shit on some
He
corporate shit.
He grew from it. He grew from it. You don't think so?
Well, that
he grew into a different person where it's like he not.
Oh yeah, I definitely think he grew into a different person. But like when that nigga try to step on the when the NFL called that nigga in to talk about fucking my nigga Cap, and he was like, I think we're past kneeling. And his answer was for him to, like, literally, his answer was, they're going to allow me to be the executive producer of the halftime show. That's it. Fuck kneeling. I wanna put on whoever I want to at the halftime show. And then he wants to buy a team. His main thing is he's trying to buy a football team. So just because he wanted to buy a football team, he stepped on Kaepernick shit.
Yeah. So
I just think that's whole shit.
Kaepernick ain't fucking with Cuz.
Hell no. Nah. But hella people wouldn't fuck with Jay-Z after that. The only people that was standing up for Jay-Z was other rappers. Like, come on, man. Jay-Z has did some real nigga shit a bunch of times. I'm like, yeah, but when shit happened differently, we got to reevaluate, my nigga.
Right.
Like, I don't dislike Jay-Z as a person. I just don't fuck with him as much as I used to fuck with him. Jay-Z when he make hot music, I listen to it, but Jay-Z ain't made no hot songs in a while.
Yeah. I'll fuck with a Jay-Z old shit for sure.
Yeah, nigga, you bring me that old school shit, like Jigga Man, like nigga, like Jay-Z boycotted the Grammys, nigga, because they wouldn't, and he won. He was gonna win, and he boycotted the Grammys, and they threw a party, and it was on MTV because the Grammys wouldn't show the rap division. They wouldn't show the rappers when they won their Grammy. He made them do that, so I respect that.
And that never,
you know what I mean?
That somehow, some way, that
it's the money, bud. I think it's just the money.
He got some songs, bro, that his old songs that
but
couple shit, bro. He got some shit.
I sleep hoes. I sleep old winters, wake up and kill summers, nigga. Jigga Man, ghetto nigga, putting up Will Smith. Like, nigga, Jay-Z used to talk that shit. He don't even want you to remember he used to sell drugs, my nigga. Promise you that.
I like that second one.
Like, it's ironic because it's like, regardless of what you do, you're still a nigga. Even with that NFL shit, like, still a nigga.
Like on this song, he talks about 360 deals. He signed a 360 deal. Jay-Z is signed to a 360 deal.
Still,
but he took with Live Nation, he signed a 360 deal.
Oh, I thought he owned Live Nation.
Hell no, that nigga don't own Rock Nation. He owns, but Rock Nation is in partnership with Live Nation. So if you sign, Live Nation is the niggas that book shows.
So he get a little bit more pay than the 3.
Exactly.
So it might read 360 on the surface, but it's still different though.
No, it's definitely a 360 deal, bro. He don't got the same 360 deal as these little niggas got. Right. He got the same type of 360 deal that Drake got, because Drake got a 360 deal.
Right. No, shit. Still up. Still good.
Hell yeah, they gave him 400 million.
Nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, feel nigga, still nigga, still nigga. OJ like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay, house nigga, don't fuck with me. I'm a field nigga with Sean Cutlery. Go play the quarters where the butlers be. I'ma play the corners where the hustlers be. I told him, please don't die over the neighborhood that your mama renting. Take your drug money and buy the neighborhood. That's how you rinse it. I bought every V12 engine. Wish I could take it back to the beginning. I could have bought a place in Dumbo before it was Dumbo for like $2 million. That same building today is worth $25 million. Guess how I'm feeling? Dumbo. Light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, feel nigga, still nigga. Still nigga.
1 second, my nigga. Remember the building he talking about? Just that building he talking about is the same building that Drake shit happened in. Remember that that shit with Kendrick when he posted all that different gear,
where he got
and that one dude said, "I'm gonna expose you." That's Dumbo.
Damn. So he could have bought
that hotel. That hotel.
How did he fumble it?
Because he just didn't buy it. He could have bought it for $1 million
he
back
said,
in the days.
25 million, and then he did the Dumbo.
Yeah. The place is called Dumbo. That's why he said I could have bought that place. I could have bought a building in Dumbo for $1 million. Now that same building worth 25 million. So how do you think I feel, Dumbo?
Light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, feel nigga, still nigga, still nigga. You wanna know what's more important than throwing away money at a strip club? Credit. You ever wonder why Jewish people own all the property in America? That's how they did it. Financial freedom, my only hope. Fuck living rich and dying broke. I bought some artwork for $1 million. 2 years later, that shit worth $2 million. Few years later, that shit worth $8 million. I can't wait to get this shit to my children. Y'all think it's bougie, I'm like, it's fine, but I'm trying to give you $1 million worth of game for $9.99. I turn a 2 to a 4, 4 to an 8. I turn my life into a nice first week release date. Y'all here still taking advances, huh? Me and my niggas taking real chances, Y'all on the gram holding money to your ear. There's a disconnect, we don't call that money over here, yeah. Light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, feel nigga, still nigga, still nigga. Light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, feel nigga, still nigga, still nigga.
Still nigga.
Yeah, that video was a lot, bro.
Hell yeah, that shit deep in the motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, he came correct on this 444 album.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that album because it was like a real grown up album. It's like, where's the club hits? It's like, nah, we're not doing that this time around, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck wrong with you?
Damn, that was a big out song right there, bro. Shout out to
Jigga Man.
Z, man, the Jigga Man.
AKA the Jigaboo. I'm just playing. It's not a Jigaboo.
He did that, bro. I nigga J-Bo.
Shit, so what's first on the ledger? Matter of fact,
so
we're gonna go from that song that takes us to Mr. OJ.
Mr. OJ. But before we do get into that, man, RIP OJ. He just passed. Was it this month or it was June, huh? I know May.
Nah.
Huh? It was in May.
Yeah, something like that. I think it was this year. It was this year or late last year. Because he was talking about, they said he was in the hospital. He was like, I'm not. What are you talking about? And then next thing you know, he died maybe 2, 3 weeks later.
No, actually, man, RIP to OJ, man. He died on April 10th, 2024. And you know what? RIP also to my Uncle Giggs. His birthday was April 10th.
Oh shit, RIP, man.
He was a big problem. He was doing this shit. He was a dancer. He did music. Signed MC Hammer. He was doing this shit. And even
he was on his way up.
He had another deal on the way. You know what I mean? But life be life. And RIP to Uncle Giggs and RIP to OJ Simpson.
Nah, for sure, man. RIP to both of them, man.
Yeah, me. But damn, RIP. So he was in the hospital for how did he die? Like,
I think he had like some type of cancer or some shit like that, if I'm
mm,
not mistaken.
yeah.
Yeah, he had some sort of cancer.
Cause of death. Let's battle with metastatic prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer, man. Too
Simpson.
many niggas got that prostate cancer, man. Niggas
How do
fucked
niggas
up, man.
How
But
do
you
niggas
gotta go. What's that?
How do niggas be getting it?
It's all type of different food that cause that shit, bro.
Right.
It's hella different type of food that cause that type of shit. But I mean, it's going. I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but niggas gotta go to the doctor and let the doctor put their finger in your ass so they can check it out. Gotta let these niggas grab your nuts and cough. I'm dead serious. That's how you find out.
Yeah.
Them niggas gotta stick their finger in your ass,
I wonder if
and they gotta grab your nuts and cough.
I wonder if him being in jail fucked him up too.
It could have, but it could, like, according to this thing we about to look at, OJ did a lot of coke.
Mm.
The mafia nigga said that nigga used to be off a bunch of coke, but they said, like, to the day he died, if you ask OJ, he'd tell you, oh, I only did coke about maybe 4 times in my life. And again, this story is, it says otherwise. It's like a whole side of OJ I'd never heard of.
Shout out to the Connect from this video.
Salute to the Connect. He be having a whole lot of interesting people up on that motherfucker.
I'm already subscribed too, and I first seen him through his shorts, and then I tapped in with bro.
Yeah,
I seen a couple of his videos. I just seen a video of him out in public. Somebody tried to like plunking type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
that nigga used to be with the cartels and shit like that. It's gonna be hard to punk that nigga.
He was out there talking his shit, and that's why, like, I got into it with somebody, but he was standing on his feet though.
Hey, I respect it.
Yeah, man.
I respect it. That nigga got out of jail and did this show, and he's a reputable because these niggas wouldn't even come talk to him, but he be having informants and all type of different people up on that motherfucker. It'd be funny. Right. He had this one dude that sold the dude was so big of a scammer, he sold an airport. He sold an airport to a foreign country, nigga, that didn't exist. That's some gangster shit, my nigga.
That's crazy. That nigga know how to the life hacks. Real GTA type shit.
For sure, man. Let's get into this. Let's see what they talk about.
What's really going on. Take us back to OJ Simpson in Buffalo in the 80s. Tell us about his coke problem.
70s.
The 70s.
Sure.
Tell us about who he started running around with, his connection to the mob, his coke habit, and how that all comes together that night at Bundy.
See, this white nigga is sounding so transparent because some shit like that, I don't know if I would ever say some shit like that. Because that nigga said, tell us about his coke problem, tell us about mafia, tell us about all the shit, tell us everything.
Yeah, sound like a cop.
Yeah.
Damn. Sound like a detective.
That's a lot. I'll try to give it to you.
Yeah, that's a lot, but yeah, for sure. But he even corrected him like, nah, not the 80s, 70s.
Straight,
70s,
short. A woman wrote a book. Her name was Sheila Weller. She wrote a book called Raging Heart. Raging Heart is the best book to read to understand OJ's relationships with the mob guys. Joe Stellini, and how he met him and how he met Rob Kardashian and who Rothschild was. And there's a
Tom right there.
Fred is like
Rothschild, boy.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about the Rothschilds. Them are really the richest people in the world. Those people are really the people that run the world. When you talk about Illuminati, it starts and ends with the Rothschilds. Everybody else is little homies. Damn. Everybody else. They run the world.
Damn. And
just look that name up, Rothschilds.
Man, didn't what's his name?
Jay Electronica.
Yeah, Jay Electronica. He was
that nigga got a baby by a Rothschild. Why you think that nigga don't rap no more?
Yeah, so that nigga kid is a Rothschild.
Well, his kid is a electronica, whatever the fuck his last name is. He's in the
right. But either way, his
but
bloodline is led into the Rothschilds.
Yeah, but the Rothschilds don't claim that kid. The Rothschild don't even fuck with her no more. They were like, look, take this $500 million and I don't never want to see you again.
Take this $500. That nigga's stupid.
Dead serious. I bet you that bitch is $100 millionaire. She ain't never did nothing in her life.
Perfect. Perfect.
I just wanted to point that out, but let's get back to it.
What would you feel? Would you be like, fuck y'all, all right, I'll take the money, or would you be like, all right, I'm not gonna fuck with them?
Nigga, I ain't got no choice. I'm gonna take the money and figure it out. I mean, she
before that, like, hey, all right, you're already in a relationship now. If you have a baby by this man, it's over with.
It's like, but you could, if you want to fuck and suck your little nigger's dick all you want to, you could do that. But don't have no kids though, nigga. As soon as he's like, oh, you got a kid?
Right.
Hey man, you got to get up out of here. You got a kid with a rapper. Nigga, we're royalty around the world. You got a kid with a rapper? Shit, nigga, trust me.
Nigga said, take this $500 million. We never want to talk to you, see you, nothing again. We don't.
Now look, when you in Europe, you can still go to the castles. You can still visit the estates. But nigga, let me know a week in advance so I won't be there.
Come into town, so I don't have no important people there.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want nobody to see you no more.
Yeah.
Go be with your nigger.
Last name, McCollum, and all these guys, okay? Here's the short answer. When OJ goes to Buffalo, this is early 70s. He only went to college for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 years at JUCO, 2 years at USC.
And then gets drafted by Buffalo.
Number one.
Yep.
Okay. And he's already meeting these shady LA mob guys right away.
In Buffalo?
In LA.
Okay.
In LA.
Okay.
In Buffalo, he knew a couple guys, Butch Sukarski, Mike Militello. They owned a club. They were looked at for cocaine. He knew these guys. What I'm trying to get at is it's not rip roaring yet. His real mob stuff is early 90s.
Okay.
It's not going to be like in the 70s. He's like a kid, man.
Right. Okay.
He's a kid.
Okay. So do you think his coke problem got worse when he retired, after he retired?
Supposedly he was always up and down, because OJ will tell you he never does coke. He would tell you, if he was still alive today, he will tell you with a straight face, I've done it like twice in 30 years. Lie. So he was supposedly using it in the 70s. There was a couple instances where he was being investigated, and so was Mike Militello. Butch Sukarski got murdered by the mob in Miami in 94, right after the murders. What a coincidence. Wow. How does he know Butch Sukarski? It's called Casey's Nickelodeon. Look up the murders. It was a...
What if that nigga sent a nigga from the mafia to kill them niggas the whole time? Mafia that killed them niggas. And now they just blamed it on OJ, and OJ beat it. And they could never prove it was a nigga from the mafia who really killed that white girl and the other person.
Well, it wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah. Like,
it wouldn't be surprising.
The mafia, like...
Yeah, nigga, the mafia, nigga, if you owe the mafia $5, like Whispercaller said, hey, man, put the house up, nigga. Do what you got to do, nigga. We need our money. I don't give a fuck.
Right. You know what? You're supposed to go for 80 yards today, nigga. You better get 76.
No, they'll tell that nigga to fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, fumble the first 3 times you get the ball, fumble it. That's all I need you to do, my nigga. Right. That's all I need you to
murder. He was killed with 2 other girls.
And were those mob guys that were selling coke to OJ?
Colombian mob killers.
And they were selling coke, these guys that
they were
got
somehow
killed?
Involved, yes.
Okay.
So anyway, so moving on. So I'm going to take you to Aventura, which is Turnberry Isle. So in the 70s in Buffalo, yeah, Buffalo mob was big, the Buffalo crime family. Mm-hmm. I knew a guy told me OJ was at a restaurant. And he's like, I saw so many mob guys at this restaurant. And then OJ Simpson walked in. Mm-hmm. He's like, he looked so out of place. And I was like, hey, thanks for telling me the story. So he was having some touching them in the 70s.
You said what?
He said, hey, thanks.
As the 80s come, now we're going to Turnberry Isle. The playland of the rich in Miami. It's called Aventura, Turnberry Isle.
And that's a neighborhood in Miami?
It's a resort.
Okay.
All the rich, famous Donna Rice scandal came out of there. Gary Hart, all the rich, famous men used to go there for the girls, pretty girls, and the drugs. And they used to joke, oh, the 30th floor and up is all mob. Like, so like in the
hoes, like if you ain't here, bitch, you tripping.
hey, man, it's a whole lot of titty shaking in this motherfucker. I'm like twerking and
You're
titty
here
shaking.
now.
Building, like if you went past this floor, all mafia. The place was built by the mob. Don Sofer. Now, who does OJ thank in his suicide letter? Don Sofer. Why? Thanks B. Wayne Hughes. These are his golf buddies at Aventura, at Turnberry Isle. This is where they hung out and partied, and that's where Joey Ippolito is. And that's where Joey and Charlie, I believe, meet in the 80s.
I see. And that's where they met OJ.
Ippolito.
Okay. So OJ was always kind of brushing shoulders with these white collar criminals, with these white collar mob guys. These
basically their vice was drugs and beautiful women.
Yeah.
So put them together. They're at Aventura in Miami.
And I can totally see that because OJ again was like the black guy that was always running in white guy circles.
The guy could get more women than you could shake a stick at in his sleep.
That too. Yeah. And
his sleep.
He wasn't jealous of Nicole.
He slept with Farrah Fawcett. I'm going to say it right now. And he slept with Elizabeth Shue.
Why you snitch on? Why did you snitch?
He slept with Farrah Fawcett.
No, it ain't that he said it. He said, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there right now. Like, why, nigga? Like, that shit sound personal.
Show like, nah, this nigga, let me show you the level of type of pussy he could get type shit.
But that nigga sounded like he got a problem with Farrah Fawcett. Like, fuck that bitch.
Oh,
like, I'm gonna put it out there right now, nigga.
Who is Farrah Fawcett? Okay.
She's a famous actress. Actress. She was like real big back in the day.
Died 2009. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a big actress back in the day.
Who said Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah. All these people was like actresses, bro. Like famous motherfuckers. Like black dudes don't got chance. I mean, white dudes don't even got chances with these hoes. That's what he's saying. Like the bitches was lining up to fuck OJ, nigga. It's real shit.
That's a little funny.
Put that out there because I know their people are going to go crazy and I want them to come forward. So, and Tawny Katane.
I told you that shit sound personal, nigga.
The shoe.
Nice. Nigga, like, fuck them niggas.
I know their people are going to go crazy.
Bitch ass
of Nicole.
He slept with Farrah Fawcett. I'm going to say it right now. And he slept with Elizabeth Shue.
Nice.
And I'm going to put that out there because I know their people are going to go crazy and I want them to come forward. So, and Tawny Katane. And OJ had a lot of, we know a lot of white women like black men. They did. Okay. So now the golfing, the drugs, the boats. Now remember the boats. Don Aronow, Joey Ippolito, Ben Kramer, Bobby Sacenti. These are the cocaine cowboys. Sal Magluta, right? Willie Falcone. I met some of these guys.
Willie Falcone.
They knew it too. Oh yeah, OJ. I have a picture of OJ buying a speedboat from Thomas Adams. Well, what happened to Thomas Adams 4 weeks later? He got murdered, gunned down by Colombians. So the Colombians dealt the coke to the mob through Miami.
You sound like he's trying to put OJ in some murder shit, bro.
Right. Like
we already know you a snitch because you snitching on bitches that ain't even tripping off of you.
Right. They got nothing to do with this shit.
You just go, like, we talking about OJ and the mafia. You gonna just throw out there any fuck Farrah Fawcett. I just want to put that out there. It's like, what? Like, nigga, you just want to, you can't wait to snitch on niggas. Like,
the nigga said Elizabeth Shue, and I just want them to come forward.
But like Elizabeth Shue,
like, nice.
Like Elizabeth Shue grandson won't beat the shit out of this nigga. It's crazy.
Elizabeth Shue. Damn. That's hella funny.
That's crazy, bro.
Seen her in movies.
This nigga just start snitching on them.
Right.
Man.
He started and they go,
R.I.P.
Wrote that out there.
Just R.I.P. y'all. I didn't mean to call y'all bitches. It's for the aesthetic. It's no disrespect.
No, well, one of them died, but yeah, Elizabeth Shue's still alive.
Oh, well, R.I.P. to Farrah Fawcett, Elizabeth Shue. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to disrespect. I'm just mad because they talking shit. Like, why would he talk shit about? Tell the story about the mafia, nigga.
Right. This Elizabeth Shue right here for y'all who wonder.
Hey, Elizabeth Shue looked like some work back in the days, I guess.
Let's see. Back in the day, this is what she would have looked like right here.
For sure. That hey, she was the shit at the bingo hall, nigga. I bet she got in free. She was getting in free and everything.
What's her name? Farrah Fawcett. And this is Farrah Fawcett back then.
Yeah, Farrah Fawcett is an actress. I think she used to be in what's the name of that shit? Is that her? What is the name of that show? Dude,
OJ.
hold on, my cat just came in here, nigga. You only got one more time to come in here, nigga. I'm not fucking with you no more.
That nigga OJ said, "I'm fucking with the snow bunny."
But he was back then. But you see the picture with his family. That was when OJ went to LA. That nigga, but OJ used to have all time. He had a soul food restaurant in Frisco. He had hella shit in Frisco. When that nigga moved to LA, he took all his businesses out and left when he married that white girl, Nicole Brown.
Damn. Nicole Brown married the white woman.
When he married her, he took all the shit up out of Frisco. But this niggas to this day still don't even know OJ Simpson is from Frisco. That's some funny shit. It's niggas from Frisco that don't know that.
She died in LA. Well, Brentwood, yeah, Brentwood.
Yeah. All them went to LA, but these is famous motherfuckers back in the days, bro.
Damn, Nicole.
R.I.P. Whoever did that was fucked up, but yeah.
Well, Colombian drug lords did the killing. Well, it's partially true, isn't it? Like there's a connection there.
So the OJ connection is he likes to be in this scene with all these hot women, and he likes good coke. And the mob,
he likes good coke.
That nigga like to be on the scene, and that nigga love.
It's gonna be a video like this of the nigga talking about Diddy.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Nigga talking about Diddy.
They run all the clubs.
Yeah, and he's world famous now.
And they love
that. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Did he ever introduce drug dealers to distributors? Like, did he ever introduce coke dealers to like guys that wanted to get in the game?
Are we talking about the 80s or are we talking 94? Like right before the murders?
Either one.
Let's focus on the murders.
Okay.
Okay. So basically the way it's on the murders.
Okay.
Okay. So basically the way through Charlie's confession, through his tape evidence, the book he was supposed to write, all the stuff I discovered about Joey Ippolito, his brothers, the families, the mob, all the stuff that we go into. Joey was giving OJ kickbacks for introducing celebrities and athletes to him to purchase drugs. Okay. That's right before the murders, maybe even years before. I can't hard confirm how much drug dealing was done before, let's say 93 and 94.
Why would OJ, who's got a ton of money still in 94?
He doesn't.
Why?
He doesn't play football anymore.
Yeah, but he's got Hertz commercials, sponsorships. I mean, did he blow it all?
Well, let's remember, these football guys did not make that much money in the 70s. Go look at what they made compared to today. Go look at what Patrick Mahomes makes today to what OJ was paid as the #1 pick. I think he made $250,000. Now, granted, back then, that's probably $3 or $4 million. It's not $50 million. Like, so my point is, he didn't have that much money. That's why Charlie tells you that he needed to fill in these gaps because
bro, $10 million mansions in the 70s, but $10 million mansions in the 70s only costed like maybe like $1 or $2 million, bro. So if you got paid $250,000, if you got paid $250,000 a year on a rookie contract, that's $1 million by the end of your first contract. Then you eligible to sign another deal, and you're not gonna sign for no $250,000. So he try to make it seem like that ain't that much money, but he talk about the 90s though. I guess he talk about he ain't got no money in the 90s
because Charlie tells you the reasoning behind like the money situation. You feel me?
How do you know that?
Because that's in the confession.
Okay, that's in Charlie's confession.
It's in the screenplay and it's on the tape.
Interesting.
That OJ still needed to make money. He had a
Right.
lot of bills. He owed Nicole $30,000 a month
Right.
in child support.
Yeah, of course.
And he was not making that. He tells you that in his book too, in chapter 6, before like Charlie even shows
in the 90s, nigga.
Why is
$30,000 a month?
Why is
you out of your motherfucking mind?
Right, like why is it so much? Like at that point, we might as well just get back together.
Bro, $360,000 a month. I mean a year. $360,000 a year, and I don't play football no more, nigga.
Yeah, like
you crazy.
We might as well get back together at that point, cause
but
you trying to do?
Like Chris Rock said, I ain't saying he should have killed her, but I understand. And he was talking about OJ when he said that shit.
At that point, bro, because she died June 12th, 1994.
Yeah, that.
How old was his kid at that point?
By her?
Yeah,
probably like teenagers or something. I know they got married probably in the 80s. So how long they said they was married?
Let's see.
Because again, his kids in the beginning, I said his real kids, that's not cool. The kids he had by his first wife is older now. Because he had them kids in the 70s and 80s, like the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, so Sydney Brook, 38 years, 1985. And then
she was born the same year as me.
1980, August 6, 1988. Okay, so 88. So 88. Oh shit. Jason Simpson, 1970.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that's being held in that picture, nigga.
Oh, that's a different one. That's a Margaret. So
that's with his first wife. Remember, we had the picture of him with the lady when they all had afros and shit. And he was holding the kid. That's him.
1968. Okay, so damn. Okay, so only 2 kids by Nicole, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, 85. So your age. Then. So how old was you? How old was you in 94?
9 years old.
So that nigga only had to pay 30K up to 9. That nigga said, "Fuck that."
Nigga, bro.
9 more years of this shit,
brother. I know for sure in 1994, but people weren't even making 30 grand a year. Swear to God, like
30 grand.
You got to think minimum wage back then was like $4, nigga, and she getting 30 grand a month. But if you see how niggas make $15 an hour right now, right?
Right.
And that really ain't shit. If you made $15 an hour in 1994, you was like a trash man, nigga. You was like the waste management niggas get dumbass money. They checks is fat. You feel what I'm saying? Or like a security guard. That's the type of shit like $15 an hour and 90. Like look up how much rent the average rent was in the average rent. Well, LA is always gonna be expensive, but look up the average rent in 1994 in like California. Because I'm telling you right now, the same apartments in Oakland that used to be $500 a month is $2,500 a month now.
It says 1995, 562, 1 bedroom, 674.
Bro,
674.
I stayed in a 2-bedroom apartment with my mom for $575 back at that time.
This in LA, and this is in LA.
That's why I said LA is expensive. Like San Francisco is expensive, but it was never more expensive than LA. Now it's super expensive.
1994 for a 3-bedroom was $1,100.
Yeah,
for a 2-bedroom was $860.
Bro, in Sac it was ridiculous though, but in Sac like a 3-bedroom was like $250.
Damn, they got 1983 a 4-bedroom was $800.
Bro, That's how expensive LA is. LA always been hella expensive because they make movies. Like a bunch of income come through LA. But now the Bay Area is more expensive than LA because more income come through LA because of the tech shit.
I mean, shit, I was paying $3,500 a month in San Jose. So
yeah, I mean, that's for like a 2-bedroom, right?
2-bedroom, yeah.
How many square feet?
1,200.
That's pretty. That ain't bad.
No, yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah, that ain't bad, bro.
Pretty big. It was downtown San Jose.
You always gonna pay more money downtown anywhere though.
Yeah, that motherfucker was nice, but 35 was like I might as well try to get a house. Might as well downsize and get a house. So I pay a mortgage $3,500.
Man, my dream always was to get a loft.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm like kind of thinking about. But
it's hella maintenance, but it's clean in the motherfucker.
He goes into the story of like, I'm not what I used to be. My body's breaking down. I'm not making as much money as I used to make, but I'm a fighter. I'm a hustler. I'm going to keep going. And then a car shows up. Oh, whose car is that? That's how he leads you. I didn't talk to my dad for 10 years. He's trying to tell you like in about 2 minutes, my life is going to change forever. He's reminiscing. It's fascinating. Chapter 6 is a fascinating chapter. But so
he kind of needed money still.
Remember,
so
Nicole's doing coke. Faye Resnick's doing coke. Right. They're all doing coke. The whole town's on cocaine. So what better to have
coke.
Best Columbia?
The whole town's on cocaine.
Everybody, nigga.
In puro cocaine in the world is at your house with the hottest chicks you've ever seen. Think about that.
So OJ might have been like the gateway to good coke for all of the celebrities in LA at the time.
Ippolito used Ehrlich to run the coke from Miami to him. Joey's the alpha male. He threatened to murder Ehrlich before. He already threw him in a trunk. He was almost murdered. They tell you that in the screenplay. They tell you that on the tape. And so Ippolito was using OJ.
That is not
He's
funny.
giving OJ free. And
that is
he
not
basically
funny,
is bringing the women and the actors, and OJ's getting paid to introduce Joey. Okay, so
hold on, let's finish that.
So Joey is using OJ for the customers.
Right. Introduce me to your celebrity friends.
Who is this nigga? How does he know all this shit?
Look up his name. I ain't never heard of him until I seen this, but apparently this nigga did like 2 or 3 interviews, bro. He been on a few different things talking about OJ. I think he got a book coming out or something like that. Probably got a book or something.
I mean, he gotta. I mean, I know when he come out with a book, that shit has to be facts, right?
Yeah, well, it don't have to be, but you could be sued.
Yeah.
Like it could be lies. Unless you say in the beginning none of this shit is true, or this is from my point of view, it's not actual fact. This is how I see it. There's a loophole with that.
Ron's revenge for the dead is never over. OJ Simpson had an accomplice, and in 2006, OJ Simpson told us so for the first time ever. Hey, this is not my words. Also, I'm reading this. What this nigga Ron's revenge book is. But this is
that shit crazy.
Why that nigga though? Okay, well let's see what this nigga talking about.
Who have a coke problem?
Yeah, and I will
give you 10 grand every freaking 2 seconds. Like Joey had like horses. He owned like boats. These guys were loaded. You know this. You have experience with this.
Okay, so it's I got it. So just to summarize this connection, it's the New Jersey-based mob operating in Miami that's sourcing the cocaine from the Colombians, and in LA distributing those drugs
with the
through celebrities, 2 celebrities through OJ Simpson.
Yes, with other mob families. So Joey's also using Lucchese and Bonanno.
Okay.
And that's why he gets busted with Lucchese and Bonanno guys.
So is that eventually what happened to Joey Ippolito?
Yes, he was pinched, and James Caan went to his trial and said, I'll put up my house. James Caan was mob.
Wow.
Yes.
Did he get pinched in LA?
92. He was pinched with Ronnie Lorenzo, Operation Lassima, LA Sicilian Mafia. You can look it up. It's online. And James Caan had to go to the trial and say, this is my guy. He would never do anything like that. James Caan was mob. So was his father.
So, and Ippolito died in prison?
No, Ippolito died of terminal brain cancer in 2006. He went to jail in and out. He was an informant.
Okay.
He kept getting out.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I see. All right. So that's the
Snitching
guy
on niggas.
that OJ's getting his coke from.
That nigga know the 411.
Snitching on niggas, but see, but the nigga said he kept going in and out. He's an informant, and everybody just went, "Oh, okay." So when you see these niggas, you see these niggas getting out in and out of jail, but when you see these niggas call niggas snitches, but just some of these niggas is really snitches, bro. That's not hating, my nigga.
And he's got basically a worker. What would you call him? A
Ghost. They call him
bagman?
the ghost.
Who,
Charlie's the ghost.
So, but what was his function for Ippolito? Was he a maid guy, or was he just?
I don't think he's
an
made because they say
associate?
the Jews couldn't be made, so he's Jewish. So they try to. That's why we say Genovese crime family, Meyer Lansky, because they became the Genovese. That's the OG. The Jews created the mafia with the Italians. People don't give them that credit. They did. Meyer Lansky was a kingpin. Okay, and Luciano was part of them. Anyway, so what I'm saying is Joey and Charlie, he calls Charlie the ghost. You run the stuff. You're behind the scenes. You bring me the keys to the car. In the trunk is loaded with cocaine. You come and you physically hand me the keys. So Ehrlich would fly from Miami as the runners, the Colombians, are running it to LA. It's all described in the
Okay, so
confession.
he was the handler. He was the guy that was handling everything for Joey in LA.
I call him the ghost, or you might call him the runner, right?
Okay.
He's kind of the runner. Joey's the front man
for Ippolito in LA.
50 kilos a month.
Okay, got it. So this is a multi-million-dollar a year
Beyond
operation.
anything you could imagine.
And OJ was getting 10% of that.
Sure, whatever.
He was like,
I don't know exactly.
but it's conceivable he was making hundreds of thousands of dollars by basically being the agent for these coke
and
dealers.
being the coolest guy in town,
Right.
that you
Okay.
have the biggest, best coke in the game. But the problem is that Joey Ippolito was a snake.
Okay.
That's the problem. He brought the wolf to the hen house.
Where is Charlie from? Charlie Ehrlich.
New York.
Okay. So
But he lives in Miami.
Okay. So he becomes friends with, would you call them friends?
He barely knew OJ. He just met him.
Really?
Yep. 3
Why?
months before.
Why just met him?
He was in jail.
Okay.
He was in jail
see.
for like 7.5 years, from like 87 to like 93. It's very hard to pin when he got out. Right when he gets out, Ippolito goes, "Why don't you come work for me and be the ghost?" He's like, "I hate LA." That's why he tells the story. He talks like this. "I didn't want to go to LA."
Right.
Why'd you go to LA? Because I'm making millions of dollars. And he's afraid of Joey too.
Okay.
Joey was, dude, this guy, I'm telling you, not many people know his name. And I know a lot of the mob guys, I love those guys. I know some of those guys. Joey is on another level, man, with the OJ thing. He's the legend.
Yeah, well, because he's from the New Jersey mob,
And
which nobody talks about.
Right. They don't get the respect.
Yeah.
But they were very close to Meyer Lansky. They were. That boat running operation was Meyer, and Sam the plumber was involved in that too. He's De Cavalcante. That's him. So
Man,
they
nigga
try to
like Sam the
downplay.
plumber,
I just
nigga, that
watched
nigga
an interview where
sound
they
like
go,
a savage.
"Oh, the New Jersey, we didn't care about."
Man, the plumber though.
But Sam the plumber sound like a porno name. But that nigga sound like a savage though. Nigga, like if a mob nigga named Sam the plumber,
Nigga
I'm gonna send Sam to come see you, nigga.
the nigga finna plunge some shit.
But like the funny shit is, somebody, if he's
Hey,
Sam the plumber, somebody
OJ,
just called him the plumber, nigga.
OJ was on before he died, he was on Cameron and Mace podcast.
Yeah, I seen that shit when that nigga was like, he's like, nigga, I'm from no, he's out from Trail Hill. He's like, nigga, I'm from Trail Hill. Everybody like, oh my God. I'm like, duh, nigga. Trail Hill is the project, nigga. I used to fuck with a girl up at the Trail Hill.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to the hill, nigga.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to It Is What It Is, though, man.
about the New Jersey mob, dude. Those guys were way connected, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually buy all of this. I buy that OJ, is spending more than he's bringing in, and really, this coke money, this coke commission money, is really helping him stay solvent. So, Charlie Ehrlich meets OJ 3 months before June 12th when the murders go down.
In the confession how they meet at Rockingham. Hey, I'm AC. Hey, I'm OJ. Hey, Charlie, come in. I want you to meet somebody. Joey was staying at OJ's house.
Joey was
on and off. Well, because remember, Nicole's gone.
Right.
The kids are with Nicole. He's getting, he's scheduling it out. He lives alone.
Is he partying with Nicole? Like Nicole's doing
They're
coke?
still dating at the very end. They still dated. It's hard to explain. Even after their divorce, Nicole got back together with OJ about a year later. So for 2.5 years, they're divorced, right? For the first year, she's playing around a little bit. The last year, she gets back with OJ, but she's also sleeping with Marcus Allen.
Who is
Marcus Allen, the running back.
Yeah. But Marcus Allen was his little homie. He had to go testify. He had to go testify at the trial, I think, or something like that, because he was around during that situation.
Oh, damn, Marcus Allen.
Yeah. Marcus Allen was his little homie. They both played for the Raiders, man. Legend, my nigga.
Yeah.
Played for the Chiefs too, bud. I used to hate Marcus Allen when he went to the Chiefs.
And he fucked with OJ and met OJ's wife and fucked her after.
He knew Marcus Allen since college, bro. Yeah. Since they both went to USC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold, bro. It's cold hard streets up out here, bro.
Yeah, that the killer.
Marcus Allen. Yeah. Oh wow.
And OJ told her, if you sleep with Marcus Allen, I'll kill you.
Oh, that nigga said OJ told you if you sleep with Marcus Allen, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's what that means. If you gotta tell her not to do it, she did it. Nigga, it's too late. Don't let me find out. Like, all right, nigga.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga Marcus Allen? So what did he say about the shit? Was he on OJ's side?
I had nothing to do with it. Nigga said I had nothing to do with it. I don't know what happened. OJ was a cool dude to me. I would have never thought he could have killed anybody. Like, kept it solid. He had to admit that he was fucking a bitch though.
Yeah.
The wife. I gotta stop cursing, dude. Cursing too much.
What about Ron Goldman? Do we know for sure that they were sleeping together? Who is this kid?
If you want to ask me and go into it, there's things
Ron Goldman is the nigga that died with her, right?
The dude that she was fucking.
Yeah, Ron Goldman.
Yeah. Because Ron Goldman got killed too, I think. They both got killed. They got both found stabbed to death.
Yeah. It's two of y'all versus.
If I'm not mistaken, that might be dyslexic facts right there.
No, that nigga died June 12th, 1994, for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, he was stabbed. They both got found in it. That's okay, yeah. It's like Ron Goldman was not just some partner. We gotta look at I don't want to add to it, but Chris Rock got a thing where he was talking about this shit way back when it happened too, back in the days on Old School Bring the Pain.
Bro.
Yeah.
Let's pull that up real quick. What's it called? Chris Rock, Old School Bring the Pain.
Just type in Chris Rock OJ.
This shit is interesting. Like, damn. These niggas, I understand.
Yeah, it's that one. But he talk about the whole thing though. He was talking to OJ when he said it. Like, I ain't saying he should have killed her, but I understand. He was talking to OJ.
Oh shit. Hold on. All right, we're gonna finish this out. Then we're gonna get into that Chris Rock.
I know about him that no one's ever heard. I could talk about today if you want.
Yes, please.
They were not lovers. They only hung out 3 times.
Damn.
And they met at that restaurant he was working at?
There's 50 stories of how they met. They met at a gym first, then they met at Starbucks. I guess they met at a gym. There was a gym in Brentwood. I believe that's where they met.
How do you know they weren't sleeping together?
Well, the way I say it is this: there's no proof that they did. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in the discovery file, I will say this. I'll give you an exclusive because I appreciate you having me on. I have a statement from one of Ron's friends that no one's ever seen. It's not, you can never get it. I have it from one of his friends that talks about Nicole.
How the fuck you get it?
You know how you get it. He a snitch,
You
bro.
can
Come on,
get
bro.
it. Another person can get it.
Bro, if I ever talk to him, I would never think that my phone call ain't being recorded. Every time I talk to him, I would think this nigga is gonna snitch on me. But let me be cool on how I talk to him. No names. So I ain't giving no game up. None of that shit.
Gonna come to your funeral and play it on the loudspeaker at the funeral when he talk.
Hey, I know you love this guy.
I'm finna go cheat on my bitch right now. I'm finna go.
Hey, I know you love this guy, but I just want y'all to hear this and then I'm gonna leave. Sauce. I just want to play this tape and then y'all do with it whatever you want to with that. Like what? Nigga just volunteered to snitch though. Like niggas didn't even ask you and you told them, bud. Like,
hey, a nigga would have never known. A nigga would have never known.
But that nigga probably got his ass whooped hella times.
Talking to him on the phone for a few nights, and that Ron was in love with Nicole Brown Simpson.
Right.
Boom.
So, but they had just met basically. They'd only been out a few times.
He asked her to go back to his place.
He was fucking her. What do you mean?
Bro,
what is he talking about?
I was like, oh yeah, that was the punchline that nobody ever heard. No, nothing nobody ever heard. He was in love with her.
Yeah.
I bet he was. That nigga died for her.
Bro, that nigga said he was in love for her. He like, but they only met 3 times. He like, well, he asked her to come back to the place. He was fucking her, bro. Like the only reason he's lying because Ron Goldman is a white dude. If Ron Goldman was if Ron Goldman was Ronald or Lil Ron from Compton, nigga, he'd be like, yeah, he was fucking that bitch. But since it's Ron Goldman, the Jewish dude, one of the issues.
You seen that bitch like 3 different times.
But he only seen her 3 times, man. Instead, he met at the gym, and then he met store. He met at the gym, and
you see that bitch like 3 different times.
This nigga said he didn't fuck her. He said, so how do you know? He went, so there's no proof that he did. I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
But his friend said he was in love with her.
I bet you this a nigga, and we ain't even got to it to where he said it, but I bet you he a nigga who say OJ killed Nicole, and there ain't no proof that this nigga killed Nicole. So nigga, what you talking about?
I don't think he believed that.
Let's see what he said.
One time he tried to get with Nicole.
Okay.
And you're the first person to ever hear that.
Okay. So what is he doing there that night?
He's bringing back the glasses that Judita Brown dropped on the sidewalk at Mezzaluna.
Okay. So Mezzaluna is the restaurant that Nicole was eating at
her last supper at.
Right. Before she came back to her house on
and
Bundy.
Ron was working that night as he's a waiter at Mezzaluna.
Who is she there at Mezzaluna?
Her family. There was a recital. It was after the recital at the Paul Revere School. OJ was there. Ron Fishman's the famous story. And then they go to Mezzaluna for dinner. OJ's supposed to go, but they don't invite him. So he's mad. I mean, this is all the classic.
And of course, he's on so much blow.
His toxicology.
Also, why didn't they want to invite him? Was OJ kind of like loud or something, belligerent or something that night?
But probably. But
like grabbing on her
again,
like,
bruh,
listen, bitch.
What type of nigga? Put it like this: what type of nigga brings some glasses that a girl dropped at a restaurant all the way back to her house? Who do that?
Yeah, that's
they wasn't doing nothing. It's like, nah, blood. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This nigga's either the dumbest simp in the fucking world, which I don't believe.
Yeah.
Or that nigga was fucking her, and y'all don't want to talk about that because the more you don't, there's no motive there.
Yeah. That's crazy. Or this nigga killed himself and killed her, or killed her and killed himself.
Bro, hold on. I don't think that happened though.
That nigga could be a crazy ass nigga. Nigga.
See, Oh my God, fucking phone.
But what they said, like OJ popped up at their house or something and seen them both or something. Like, what is the story they was running with?
Bro, it ain't necessarily a story. OJ didn't like she didn't got caught with this nigga. Like 5-0 used to come to OJ house all the time because he used to beat the bitch ass all the time. Beat the ladies' ass all the time. I gotta stop doing
Probably
that.
why she didn't want to invite that nigga. She knew she was gonna go meet that young nigga.
But yeah, she knew. Oh, if that nigga come
drunk that
yeah.
night. I ain't gonna say belligerent. OJ might have been tripping that night.
But OJ would have came in and would have been like ready to fight everybody, bro.
Yeah,
like OJ come in tripping.
Shit. He ain't gonna come in stabbing shit.
Nah, but if OJ ain't no stabbing nigga. When he went down for that case, my nigga, he popped in with an old ass gun. He had like a fucking a Colt 45, nigga. He had like some type of Western gun.
Right.
That nigga came in talking about put your hands up, jive turkeys, and like all type of weird ass shit. Like, nigga, this is not a 70s movie, nigga.
All of their toxicology reports come back negative. Just so you know, I have it.
Wow.
Yeah. So actually, technically, remember, blow leaves your system in 24 hours.
That's true.
So did they do it the night before? Maybe.
Right.
Did the LAPD mess up the top? Who
I
knows?
know that.
OJ Simpson didn't need blow to be crazy.
What?
I ain't no coke leave your system in 24 hours, nigga.
Yeah.
If y'all niggas taking drug tests and y'all getting caught off coke, y'all niggas the dumbest people in the fucking world, bro.
Right. I mean, you woke up and did that shit.
Bruh, you should make sure that you got a whole day to do it, nigga.
All negative. So I'll just stick up for that.
So do you believe, in your best estimation, that story about him returning the glasses to her house is true?
Yes.
So that means,
and everyone says he's a drug dealer and he had a pager and he was slinging cocaine and so was Brett Cantor and so was Michael Mig.
Why is he working as a waiter though?
It's man, I'm telling you, like when I'm glad you are opening this Pandora's box. This OJ thing is the craziest stuff you've ever heard in your life. The people that are going to comment on your thing are completely gone. Okay. So be ready for those comments and the thing, which is fine. But I'm saying this thing is a monster. It is a spider web.
Hang on. So he must have known Ron Goldman. How did he know where Nicole lived?
Right.
I don't think he'd ever been at Nicole's house, to be honest. I really don't. Now, here's the way he would know is because Nicole calls and goes, "Can you bring the glasses by?"
And so Mezzaluna must have been right down the street.
Oh, yeah, it's close.
Yeah. Why would she ask him to bring the glasses by to a house that he's never been to? That you know OJ is going to be tripping, though. Right. You know OJ going to be tripping. But you gonna invite this nigga to bring the glasses to the house. Y'all was, man, but horny motherfuckers make stupid mistakes like that. That's what you catch. That's why niggas get caught fucking bitches at their house knowing they shouldn't be doing that. That's why females get caught fucking niggas in front of their house or down the street, because that's some horny shit, bro. You're not thinking straight.
She probably been to the house, but I bet he been to the house before.
Yeah. Yeah, like, why would you invite this nigga that make passes at you and ask you to come back to his house to fuck, that his best friend said that his best friend know that he in love with you, but he ain't never been in your house? Why would you invite that? Why would you tell that nigga to bring the glasses to your house? Right. And if he never been there before, then that nigga, you didn't have to tell him the address.
Right.
Why would you do that?
The way that is he found some glasses at the restaurant and took it to her house.
Yeah. But what type of nigga do that? What nigga ever did that?
Ask him some questions too, like to try to like really see like what is he trying, like how does
Yeah, because this shit sounds stupid.
Yeah. Trying to back up what bro's saying. Because it's like
this shit sounds real stupid, nigga.
Judita calls Nicole first and says, "I think I left my glasses at Mezzaluna." Okay.
Who's Judita?
Home. Judith Brown. They call her Judita. She was German. They call her Judita.
Okay.
So that's Nicole's mom.
Oh, I see.
So they all go to dinner with them. She drops the glasses.
Judith.
Okay. Let me call Mezzaluna. She calls Karen Crawford. Karen Crawford says, "Okay, I'll put them in an envelope. Sounds good." Something happens. There's like another call. And then she goes, "Oh, wait, Ron's working."
Right.
Now she calls back and goes, hey, can I talk to Ron? He's just doing her a favor, man. And he goes, can you bring the glasses by my house? She probably gives him the address. I don't think he was ever at her house.
Oh, poor kid. I hope he got the before he died, but it doesn't sound like it. So
I could be wrong. I mean,
it doesn't really matter though.
For sure got that pussy before he died.
Yeah, see, when the nigga said, I hope he got the pussy before he died, because this shit ain't adding up, nigga. It's not adding up, nigga. Cut it the fuck out. Like you so focused on making sure this nigga don't look guilty. It's like, what do you got into it? But I bet you he one of them ish people. I bet you he one of the ishes for sure. And they look out for their kind. I respect it.
It doesn't really matter to the
he was obviously
facts
infatuated with her.
Yeah.
Obviously,
of course.
Of course.
It sounds like it sounds like it may have become something.
A dude in the 90s.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean,
but it sounds like it could have become something. It could have been but she was definitely sleeping with Marcus Allen. Was OJ?
Y'all niggas.
But you said
Marcus Allen. She definitely was sleeping with that nigga.
But she gave that nigga the pussy, but like that's why I'm saying this nigga gonna say, come on, a guy in the 90s. I'm like, y'all niggas was lame in the 90s. We wasn't lame, nigga.
And in another interview, I heard you say that OJ would not have cared if she was sleeping with someone else.
Because the reason I say that too is because OJ had cheated on Nicole so many times, okay, that you almost have to side with Nicole for a minute and OJ also did say there's times OJ, man, he was like this, man. Like sometimes he was super chill. Oh, I didn't care. She told me she slept with Marcus Allen. She did. She took him to dinner and said, he's not your friend. And she was crying. And he's like, what are you talking about? And OJ took it well. He did. He didn't haul off and belt her. Right. Like he said, I don't want to know.
Well.
She's like,
what are you talking about?
And he's like, why are you?
I'm sorry, but these niggas is lame. He took it well. His wife just casually walks in and said, he's not your friend. Why? Because I sucked his dick and we fucked. Did he rape you? No, it felt good and I loved it, but he's not your friend.
Bro, I would love.
But get your bitch like these. He took it well.
You're right there, bro.
But she just casually walk in and tell this nigga he fucked, and he was like, he took it well. He's not your friend. Why? Because I fucked you. Did he rape you? No, he didn't rape me. I actually wanted it, but I'm just telling you, he's not your friend. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of my house, bud.
Nicole was torturing this guy too, man. She kept telling him what she was doing. And they had some weird pact, like, oh, we have to tell each other. Come on, man, that's sick.
Oh my!
I don't want to know what you're doing with Marcus Allen. And then they tell stories about his size of his, you know what?
See,
and they say it in the book, and they talk about that. Yeah.
Okay, so that still doesn't. I don't really accept that. I think he cares if he walks in on Nicole with another man at the house.
Well, it sets him off when he sees Ron Goldman at the front gate, right?
Especially a white boy.
A white boy, good looking, wearing the stylish clothing. Yeah. He's standing there, talking. She's barefoot in the skimpy black dress. Yeah. And he's just got escorted. One or two mafia guys showed up. A mob guy just showed up and goes, yo, it's a bunch of money. Right. And he's supposed to get on a red eye. And guess who breaks up with him in the morning at 7 a.m.? Paula Barbieri leaves him a Dear John message that she's leaving him. Okay. This guy had the worst day in history.
Okay. Well, I think Nicole had a worse one. But okay, so all right. So we're now setting the stage for what happened. What happens next? What is Charlie doing at OJ's house at this time when they go down to confront Nicole at 10:30?
It's like 10. It's a little after 10:05.
Okay.
We can never get the exact time. Charlie told us a time. He one time said he was there at 9:30 a.m. It doesn't make sense. They're at McDonald's with Cato. I think he was just trying to say, like, I was there an hour before the murders, and he's trying to confuse you.
9:30 p.m.
Yeah. 9:30. Because
there's also a witness. Didn't a neighbor hear Goldman saying, hey,
that's at 10:37, 10:38.
Okay, so how long do you think this whole interaction took?
Well, here, let's go walk it through. Okay,
cool.
Okay, so
what was Ehrlich doing at
OJ's house? I want to tell it through OJ's eyes. All right. So OJ tells you, I looked at my watch, it was 10:03 p.m. The reason he says 10:03 p.m. because that's when he called Paula Barbieri for the last time to reconcile with her. She went to Vegas with Michael Bolton. Okay?
Nice.
So he goes, I
These
looked at my
niggas
watch.
be
It was
fucking
10:03
hoes
p.m.
that
Maybe Charlie
everybody
was
be
right.
fucking.
Right.
But like, she leave you and go fuck with Michael Bolton. Salute to Michael Bolton, but goddamn, these niggas be fucking. These bitches fuck us. It's still the same, but why do motherfuckers want to fuck the same girl that everybody else fucked though? It's like they get off on that shit. Like, yeah, I'm fucking so and so ex bitch. She used to fuck with the baby.
It wasn't
Like,
my fault. It was Nicole's fault. I had just enough time to read her the riot act because Charlie showed up. He's there. It's hard to explain. Charlie shows up at about 10 p.m. Okay. You owe us some money. Joey wants his money. Okay. OJ's like, what are you doing? He's chipping golf balls in his front yard. Like, what's going on? What are you doing, man? What are you talking about? Where's Joey at? Oh, Joey just wants his money. He's got bosses. We all got bosses. So this sets OJ off, right? Now, when I say the 10:03, I'm talking about the book. When he says in the book, I just had just enough time to go read her the riot act. So what he's saying in his head is, let's go to Nicole's. Charlie, get in the Bronco.
Okay, so Charlie showed up unannounced to OJ's house. Like, so there was some coke debts out there.
By everyone you're close to, OJ, everybody. You guys owe us money. It's an extortion.
But why would OJ, what's OJ's business? Like, why is that OJ's business? Isn't he just...
Because he's the one you can be extorted. He's famous.
Right.
He's got the money. Where are they going to go? Tell Nicole and Faye you owe us $50,000. Where are they going to get their money from? OJ? No, it's a classic mob setup. You go to the famous guy who can't run anybody else. Where's he going to go? He's going to go to the cops? Oh, this mob guy is threatening to out me for cocaine.
So there's a bunch of celebrities that owe
the mob nigga was about to
mob guys money.
Right.
Yeah, it's tricky, man.
You ever hear the story of Robin Williams? Where
hang on, I don't care about that. Sorry. So I don't. Yeah, that
switcheroo. Like, nah, nigga,
cut that off, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
That's
RP to Robin.
That's tough for me. Okay. I know coke's expensive, but like they owe $50,000 in coke money, $100,000 in coke money to these mob guys.
Extortion. They don't owe it. It's a setup.
So
ask your mob guys. Ask your boys.
I don't need to ask.
Okay. No, you
I
know
don't
what
need
I'm
to
saying.
ask these guys.
I know.
No, I don't know what you're saying. Mob guys don't act like this.
Okay, go ahead.
This is not
ask
a thorough.
Me.
The mob guys I've had on this show would never do this.
They would never extort someone.
Not if they got a hustle like this, selling coke to people with big money. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Let's do the showdown because I like you and you're a respectful guy. Ready? Let's do the showdown. Do you think mob guys extort people?
Yes.
Okay. So then why would it be different if Joey Ippolito extorts OJ
Because
Simpson?
they're making huge money out of him. They're making mob guys. If that's a business, yeah, they shake down businesses in their neighborhood that's on a collection route. Sure.
Okay.
But if they're making money through a construction company that's whether it's legal or illegal and the money's flowing, they don't just then go pull like a strong arm move. Unless something's gone really bad for them.
Well,
do you know what I mean? It's like a drug dealer. I'm selling drugs to you. Okay. This is the best way to describe it. Forget about if they're mobbed up or not. You are my drug customer. I'm selling you drugs. Why do I then go and rob you as my customer? Unless you owe me a bunch of money, right? What I'm saying is it seems fishy to me that I would let a bunch of Hollywood celebrities run up drug debts. Crackheads in the ghetto, yes. Pay me back when your government check comes on the 1st and the 15th. That's how you keep the clientele up.
Yeah.
But why am I letting
reality? But
why am I letting all of these celebrities run up huge debts?
Okay, here's how I'll say how Ehrlich says it too.
Okay.
In the confession, in the story, and all the whole thing. Okay. So when Ehrlich shows up, he goes,
"That's a cold hard truth, but he kept it 1,000."
No, he did. Like, and it's cold that when you think of crackheads, you think of black people with Mexicans, but the white people is the highest population of crackheads in the world.
In Vegas,
it's not even close.
It's fucking zombies in Vegas, nigga.
Yeah, like the meth heads and all that shit. It's black people that do meth, but when you think of meth, you think of white people and Mexicans. But when you think of crack, you think of black people and Mexicans.
Fucked up.
Because Joey wants you guys, your payments are a little overdue. That's verbatim. Okay. So he's saying to OJ, Nicole, Faye tries to throw out Keith Z's name from Mezzaluna. who slept with Nicole. These mob guys, look, they're kind of scumbags. Like, I'm just going to say it in a way. Ippolito, you could say, is desperate for money. He's on the run, right? Remember, he's a fugitive right now. In June of 94, he is a fugitive from Pensacola. I can prove that, and that's in the public domain. Okay. So he sends Ehrlich over there, go get my money. Go get me some money from OJ. I'm not saying they're going to burn OJ's house down to the ground, but these mob guys, that's what they do. So if they go up to him and maybe look at it this way too, what if they're done with OJ? What if they're tired of him? What if they're tired of Nicole and Faye and Keith and the Mezzaluna guys?
Right.
And so they just want money.
Right.
And I know what you're saying.
Okay.
Trust me. Okay. I can't speak for like Joey Ippolito of why you're right. If he's doing everything good, why would you want to go piss him off? Right. I get it. Yeah. But, you know, I know another guy too that had a gun stuck in his mouth in Miami that Joey set up too. Why did Joey pinch that guy? He was making him money too. Like they rob each other, man. They, you know.
Okay. Well, look, we have to, this is what we have to go on.
All the
so
Bob niggas
we kind of have to
never would do that.
Accept this in a way. Right. Clearly there's enough physical evidence of an accomplice that's irrefutable. The motive to me is something that we may never know.
Right.
My mantra is,
I'm glad he keep it 1,000. He pushed back on that nigga. Like, but I don't know nobody like that. I could call like he said, man, he said you could ask your Bob. He said, I don't gotta ask nobody.
Right.
That nigga said I ain't gotta ask nobody. Remember the Robin Williams thing? He said, but I don't care about that. Right. Let's get back to this.
Right.
But now listen, you heard everything we said. Now listen to this. He said the same shit, but he made it into a joke.
Be eating cereal right now. But let's break down the case. What's the guy? Ron Goldman? That was her boyfriend. Okay, don't be mistaken and think it was just some guy returning glasses. Okay, when's the last time you left some shit in a restaurant and they brought it back to your house? Okay, shit, I want to eat there. Shit, you can leave a newborn baby in a restaurant and they'll put him in the coat room.
Put him in the coat room.
Second of all, he was known to drive around town in this Ferrari that OJ bought for her. Think about that.
Hell no.
I'll buy you a car. You gonna let another man drive?
Better talk about that part.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, you out of your fucking mind? Shit.
You better recognize.
You better recognize? Shit, I don't even have Ferrari. But if I saw somebody driving my Pinto, that shit would blow up like the Godfather. And I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
I told that shit is famous, nigga. You should have killed her.
You know what else? OJ is paying $25,000 a month in alimony. $25,000. And $4,000 a month for food. For food. What the fuck was she eating for $4,000 a month? I guess she's like, I gotta get some extra cheese on my Whopper. Yo, women, y'all got it good, boy. When it's time to get a divorce, women got it made. They go to court, start talking that shit. Your Honor, I'm used to this, I'm used to that, I'm accustomed to this. Yo, what the fuck is a custom? What that got to do with shit? Hey, you got a restaurant, you're accustomed to eat. You leave, you ain't eating no more. They don't owe you a steak.
Right. You come to a restaurant, you're accustomed to sit down and order.
For sure. It's shutting the fuck up if we tell you to, nigga. Mind your fucking business.
That shit, Your Honor, I'm used to this, I'm used to that. I want some money, give me some money. Now get the money. What about what the man's used to? What about what the man's accustomed to? That might not be money, but during the course of a relationship, a man grows accustomed to a few things. And I would love to see a man go to court and say, Your Honor, check this out. You know, I'm accustomed to fucking her 4 times a week. Now I feel I should be able to fuck at least twice a week. I mean, she can have the alimony, but I want some pussy payments. Am I fair? That's right, man. Shit. That's alimony. That's what made OJ crack. That alimony, she paying that big ass alimony. He ain't scored a touchdown in 20 years. That's right. Should have had a prenup. That's right. Prenuptial agreement. Everybody needs a prenup. People think you gotta be rich to get a prenup. Oh no. You got 20 million. Your wife want 10. Big deal. You ain't starving. Yeah. But if you make 30,000 and your wife want 15, you might have to kill her. Shit. Shit, I ain't gonna move back to my mama because you ain't in love. You gonna have to die.
I ain't moving back with my mama because you ain't in love.
25,000 a month. Another man driving around his car, fucking his wife, and a house he's still paying the mortgage on. Now I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand. You know, I feel for the OJ case. Who I feel for more than everybody else, man. Everybody, OJ, Nicole.
Recordings.
Oh, but they would go to
Hey, it's Dana from
commercial.
StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that.
That nigga said, you want to know who I feel for more than anybody? That nigga said, you want to know who I feel for more than anybody? Ike Turner. Because Ike Turner was the king of the woman beaters before OJ. That nigga said, man, that nigga Ike Turner sitting up like, I could have killed Tina. What about me? What's blood got to do with it?
Hi, we're backstage at the Trevor
Burbick
the
Chris Rock show. This
is where we take the Chris Rock show. You know, this old studio is steeped in tradition. Let me check out my old pictures. Boy, who could forget the time all the Wayans brothers stopped by? That Marlon sure is funny. My first writing staff. You know, they really wanted to get to know the black experience, so I fired them. And how can I forget the night Marion Barry guest hosted the show? Ooh, I got a lot of flack for that, but hey, Chris stands by his friends. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm the second Chris Rock. You know, like they had two Lionels on the Jeffersons? Here's the original Chris. He drowned in a vat of activator. That wasn't so. Hey! Who can forget the night OJ came by to sell his new instructional videotape? I didn't kill my wife, but if I did, here's how I do it. Crazy. Hey, wait a... First Chris Rock show. Hey, let's watch this. Chris Rock #1.
Made that.
Yeah, he predicted that shit.
Yeah. I didn't know they actually made it.
But I didn't kill my wife, but if I did, this is how I would have did it. That's crazy as fuck, bro. Nah, but the Chris Rock show, bud, that shit pioneered all that shit. That was like the first one. And his shit was on HBO.
Someone, I just,
so he could do anything.
This is a slightly changed, but it was, someone was like, do you remember where you were when the OJ verdict was written? I was in high school. I climbed a tree. So,
why'd you climb a tree?
So that people be like, where were you when the OJ verdict was in a tree?
I remember I was with my girlfriend at the time, and she threw her hands on her face and went, "Oh no, oh no!" She just kept saying, "Oh
really?"
No. She just went, "Oh no, oh no."
Were you in LA?
Yeah, we were watching it in my apartment. We were watching the verdict, and I was dumbfounded. I thought he was going to jail. Everybody thought he was going to jail, and she just kept going,
no.
"Oh no." Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, I just remember being in high school.
I knew Ron Goldman's sister too.
Really?
Yeah. That was real weird. Yeah, I knew his sister. And,
well, because also like her Ron Goldman's father, and I have no I can't imagine. I can't even begin to fathom what that whole experience would be for anyone. But he was like, he felt very he was again. I say this with all due respect. I don't know what it's. I would have no sense of what that experience is like. But there are certain people who you're like, oh, you do like being on camera. I know something horrible happened to you, but you do like being on camera. I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, who the fuck knows how you would
I don't know
react
how I would react
if your son was murdered by some superstar.
Yeah.
Like, just think about how crazy it is.
Supposedly.
Not just murdered, but murdered by a famous guy.
Yeah.
Allegedly
Who then
murdered, nigga.
is like
Got off.
flaunted and got off.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And it was a part of this weird race thing where it was post Rodney King. So there was a lot of people that felt like there was some sort of a racist aspect to it. That like
It was.
there was racist cops who got off with Rodney King. So now it's their chance to get one for black folks.
Yeah.
And I've talked to people about it, you know.
It's that crazy. Did you watch did you watch the OJ, the documentary, and then also there was the FX show?
I watched one episode of the FX show, and I was like, damn, Cuba Gooding Jr. fucking nailed it. He really seemed like OJ in it. It was really good.
He did a good job.
The documentary is interesting because it sets up
John
like
Travolta
LA,
was Rob Kardashian.
You said what?
John Travolta was Rob Kardashian on that shit. Yeah, it was a show about it. I forgot who they got to play Johnny Cochran. I think it was Angela Bassett's husband played Johnny Cochran. I can't think of cuz name.
Oh, it's on Hulu. I'm gonna watch that shit tonight. Damn.
Nah, for sure. Nah, for sure, but
especially knowing that nigga gets out. Cool.
Shit, especially knowing that nigga was running with the mafia now.
years leading up to it.
Right, for real though, doing crazy shit.
Like that nigga called it catching charges and selling coke. Nigga, it's going crazy.
He was fucking Farrah Fawcett and other girl
shoe or something. Yeah. R.I.P. to Farrah, man. R.I.P. Farrah.
Post riots, all that stuff, like, and you're like, oh, it does like lend itself to be like, oh, this was a perfect confluence of events that led to this thing of like, you know, racial everything that went into the OJ trial. It's fucking nuts. It's crazy.
It was a strange time. It was a strange time because it just seemed like the world was made of something that was way more flexible than I ever thought it was before. Like, I never thought OJ Simpson could be a murderer. I thought murderers were bad people. And that the people that you thought of that were good people on TV, you would never think of. Like, OJ was always so friendly and smiley, and he would have that big laugh, and he was handsome.
Was fucking them hoes,
talk about head injuries to CTE. It's like you're like, I wonder what.
For sure had to do with it.
100%,
1,000,000,000%.
Right.
In fact, his doctor said that if the trial were to take place today, his doctor at the time, they would introduce CTE.
Yeah. And you see all those dudes. I mean, like the level of violence that there he is.
There he is. That's right. Police Academy.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Naked Gun.
Naked
Gun. A Naked Gun. That was my shit. Naked Gun is a funny ass movie. He played Nordberg. To this day, my grandmother believed that nigga really that stupid. R.I.P. to my grandmother. But she used to be like, "Bud, that nigga did not have to act, but that's really OJ right there. Dumb than a motherfucker."
Naked Gun.
What a guy.
But it's interesting. You go back and watch that documentary, and it's like, you know, his buddies, his good buddies who stood by him.
That picture.
Yeah. His good buddies who stood by him talk about him in high school. And he's kind of like, he was fucking throwing his friends under the bus in high school. Really? Like all three of them would be like doing some, like in the bathroom, like doing some shit they're supposed to be in class. And the principal would come in and the three of them are all together. And OJ would just like saddle up next to the principal and be like, what are we going to do with these two guys? You know what I mean? He was like throwing his buddies under the bus. You're like, oh, he was.
But I'm tired of this shit, bro. It's too many snitches, man. And this is all alleged, man. How do you know, nigga?
Man.
Everybody just talk about OJ snitching, but I don't believe that shit, bro.
Shout out OJ, man.
We holding it down for OJ, but we pro black people up over here. Like, we fuck with everybody else, but you know, cuz was trying to stand a little bit too hard on, oh, bud, he cool. OJ didn't fuck her. I mean, she didn't fuck nobody. Fuck out of here, bro. I don't believe that shit.
All right. My nigga OJ.
Man, RIP to my nigga Orenthal James, nigga. The juice, nigga. The original juice man.
About OJ Simpson. And you begin by talking about what a great tailback he was. Initially, people are confused, and then they get mad. I mean, it's just so weird now because even talking about him as a football player, it seems like you're missing, like we're overlooking the obvious. OJ's football legacy is destroyed. Nigga. People will never remember or think about what a great running back he was because of the last half of his life, and there's no way around it. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to figure that out. In his obituary, football player now is mentioned in the first paragraph, but they don't talk about USC or the Bills until paragraph 5. I think people have completely overlooked the fact now that he was clearly the best running back of the 70s. So if
he got that straight up running style, that's how McFadden
he's the best running back at a time when the most important part of the offensive game is running the football. I think you could easily argue that OJ Simpson is the most valuable player of the 70s for the entire league. Every time he ran the ball, it was almost like the Bills' equivalent of throwing the ball deep. It might not work, but if you made a mistake, they would score.
You know, when you're fresh in the game, early in the game, you got a lot on your mind. You're thinking of the game plans. You're thinking of things that you saw. You've been watching it on film all week. As the game goes on, you get tired and you stop thinking so much and you start reacting. It's like putting things in that computer. You just push a button, you get the ball, and you go.
See how he run with his back up? He don't lean forward. Like, that's literally how old school niggas run in the hood with their head up like this and shit like that. But he runs like this. For real, I'm dead serious. That's the running style. That nigga fell down and ran and kept running, my nigga.
Right, that nigga fell in that shit,
like, I ain't never seen that before.
Right.
His knee didn't touch the ground though. That's why he could get up and run.
Right.
Like the awareness to know that your knee didn't touch the ground. I'm telling you, if we pull up Darren McFadden highlights, that's exactly how he runs. He runs straight up.
Dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of times. And I can't, for the life of me, even remember the number of the guy handing him the ball.
But they teams was trash.
He had no element of surprise. He had no passing game to sort of change the way defensive played him. And he was incredibly effective. He was not going to play in a Super Bowl. There was no shot. So he has this game on Thanksgiving where he rushes for 273 yards. Proof that the best football player in the world is just sort of being wasted on this team going no place.
On Thanksgiving 1976, Buffalo's quarterback completed 4 of 21 passes for 29 yards. OJ Simpson ran 29 times for a then single-game record 273 yards in defeat.
Bruh, the quarterback completed 4 passes. Nigga, I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's like Tim Tebow shit.
And it looked like 2 of them was the OJ.
For sure.
The playoffs eluded Simpson in 10 of his 11 seasons. Jim Brown's single-season rushing record did not. In 1973, playing a 14-game season, Simpson sprinted for a staggering 2,003 yards.
Gaining 2,003 yards in a 14-game schedule is substantially more impressive than Eric Dickerson's best season or Barry Sanders' best season or Terrell Davis's best season.
For sure. Because they didn't have no offense, bro. OJ should have been getting paid LeBron money, but like if OJ was did exactly what he did right now, they'd have to get OJ like 50. They had to give him quarterback money.
For 2,000 yards.
Beyond
that's why
seeing what he's
McCaffrey like that. McCaffrey,
yeah, they gotta, and McCaffrey don't do half the shit that nigga OJ. But McCaffrey got hella fucking wide receivers in a competent quarterback. Right. He just catching. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro.
There's in that intangible quality of what would happen if he played for the Steelers? What if he was on the Raiders? How many yards would he run for? That actually
if that nigga was on the Raiders, we'd have won hella Super Bowls, nigga.
That's crazy that they didn't try to go get that nigga.
But the game was different back in the days.
Man.
The game was way different back in the days.
Well, we got some other content here. We got some cool shit.
Shit, what's next on the ledger?
The gayest Star Wars ever.
Oh yeah, man. Going to a little bit of the geek side of this shit, man. I fuck with Star Wars. That shit been my shit since I was a kid. My mom looked at the shit. Star Wars is dead. That shit died after the last episode that they did, but Mandalorian was the shit.
I didn't even know they had a fucking show now, bro.
Bro, you ain't never seen The Mandalorian?
This show that I'm talking about, the show that they just put out.
Yeah, they've been putting out shows every year. Like they've been putting out maybe like Star Wars put out probably about 3 or 4 different pieces of content every year. It just don't do good.
Yeah, I gotta start tuning in.
No, you don't.
Well, not into this shit.
Hey, bud, you ain't missing nothing. All right, yeah. But everything. Yeah. Star Wars is trash. There's a video that talks about all the different. Yeah, never mind. We're not gonna go in. That's a long ass
spectacle of Disney prodding and kicking the bloated corpse of Star Wars in the desperate hope that it'll let out a burst of flatulent gas, which they can pretend is a sign of life. In this case, our latest desperate prod of the corpse is The Acolyte, possibly the most unanticipated and unwanted Lucasfilm project since Willow. A spin-off from the disastrous High Republic books that nobody read, starring a bunch of characters nobody cares about, played by actors that nobody's heard of, and helmed by a woman that nobody seems to like. Really, what can I say about The Acolyte that would make you want to watch it?
This is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars.
Anyway, now that I make you want to watch it.
This is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars.
If you going further, it's like, I don't think it's gay. Dude,
anyway, now that I've seen the first 2 episodes,
dude is gay.
I'm at least in some position to assess the show's merits. And believe me, this shouldn't take long. The first episode opens with strong female antagonist challenging strong female Jedi to a fight in a bar.
Attack me with all your strength.
And I must admit, it was nice to see Carrie-Anne Moss back in action, and never mind. You know, it's interesting that
she died early? What the fuck?
They killed her in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
What the fuck? That's the Matrix. Yeah.
But they marketed her in the commercials like she was a main character, and then she got killed in the first 5 minutes. If you look at the marketing, they show her all through the commercials.
Injuries like this, but a small throwing knife to the chest is enough to take them down and end their lives. Shows how much I know about human anatomy, I guess. Flash over to the other side of the galaxy and we're introduced to strong female character number 1. Strong female character number 1 is a plucky young woman with a knack for technology who's also strong with the Force. Where have I seen this before? Anyway, she works as a mechanic, mechnic.
You serious?
On the outer hulls of space freighters, doing the usual stuff like repairing power couplings and putting out fires? Sure, yeah, okay. I guess fire in The Acolyte doesn't need oxygen like in other shows because it no longer has the patriarchy holding it back. You go, girl, fire. Things are going great for her until she gets arrested by dumb male character and strong female character number 2 for the murder of strong female Jedi. See, it turns out that strong female character number 1 and strong female antagonist are actually twin sisters. And so naturally people mix them up after the murder of strong female Jedi. And what is all of this based on, you might ask? Why, the eyewitness testimony of the bartender where strong female Jedi got killed. Not DNA samples, which actually would have made more sense since they're twins, not hologram recordings or security footage, just a guy who saw a young woman kill strong female Jedi. Now, you probably don't need me to tell you that eyewitness testimonies can be notoriously inaccurate, especially in highly stressful situations where our brains release all kinds of chemicals and stimulants to try to keep us alive. Chemicals which often cloud our judgment and blur our memory, making us not particularly reliable when it comes to accurate recollection of people and events. I mean, given that he's an alien, I'd have to assume as well that his description of the suspect would probably have boiled down to a young black human female with her hair in braids. Now, in a galaxy composed of thousands of colonized planets, there'd have to be literally billions of people who fit that description, yet apparently this was enough to bring them straight to strong female character number 1. Like, how? Also, you might assume that being on the other side of the galaxy at the time of the murder, with multiple witnesses to prove you were there and no means of traveling to and from the site of the killing, would be a pretty strong alibi, but not according to dumb male character at least. Oh yeah, and in case you were wondering what his role in the story is, it's to be consistently wrong about everything to make the various strong female characters look better by comparison. Anyway, they decide to ship strong female character number 1 back to Coruscant to answer for her crimes. Now, you might think it would make sense to just take her back on their own ship, because why wouldn't you do that, right? You're there with her already, and there's 2 of you, so you could keep an eye on her and make sure that she doesn't try to escape. Because if she really is responsible for killing a Jedi, despite all the evidence pointing against it, then clearly she's smart, resourceful, and powerful. You don't want to take any chances with this one, lads. Or you could put her on a regular old prison transport with minimal security and just assume that everything's going to work out fine. And wouldn't you know it, within about 2 minutes, the other convicts stage a prison break, overpower the one and only guard droid on board, and leave her alone to crash land on the planet. Which she survives because an uncontrolled crash from orbital velocity is definitely the sort of thing you can walk away from. Anyway, back on Coruscant, we're introduced to Squid Game guy.
Of course you can crash with some shit like that.
But she survived a spaceship crashing from outer space, my nigga.
Chief's word
only Kenobi.
From strong female character number 3 that strong female character number 1's ship has crashed. They know this because they picked up the escaped prisoners from the escape pod, but they haven't gotten around to investigating the crash site yet and are thinking about sending out probe droids to take a quick look. Okay, back up a second because I really want to go over this one. If you recovered these prisoners from the escape pod and brought them all the way back to Coruscant, that must mean that you already had at least one Republic ship in orbit around the planet to recover the escape pod in the first place. So you're telling me that instead of investigating the crash site for survivors, which would have been on the planet directly below, you instead brought the prisoners all the way back to Republic headquarters and then asked for instructions? So, like, are you retarded or what? Also, if strong female character number 3 looks familiar to you, you might recognize her as showrunner Leslie Headland's wife. I'm sure that had absolutely nothing to do with her casting in this show, just like James Gunn.
You heard that, nigga?
For sure. I'm sure that had nothing to do with it.
I'm sure her head had nothing to do with it, though.
And doesn't let family connections influence his casting choices either. Anyway, Squid Game guy decides that he wants to take a look at the site for himself because strong female character number 1 was his Padawan once upon a time. So he rounds up dumb male character and strong female character number 2 and heads off to the crash site to investigate, and almost immediately runs into her after ripping off a scene from The Fugitive. Then he explains that strong female antagonist is definitely dead because he saw her die in a fire when she was a kid, so strong female character number 1 is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime. But then strong female character number 1 is like, I didn't do it, trust me bro. And he's like, well, I'm convinced. Fuck me, you're easy to win over, aren't you? It's good to see that a Jedi Knight won't listen to evidence, logic, or reason, but a single unverified claim by a woman with absolutely no reason to be truthful is enough to totally change his perspective. Like, I'm very much in the camp that rational evidence would be enough to exonerate her in this case, but if you're not even willing to listen to that, and are still convinced that her twin sister died because you apparently saw it happen, then what other conclusion can you draw here? You know, here's a crazy idea. How about you do that forced mind reading thing that you did earlier with one of the escaped prisoners. That would clear up everything pretty quickly. Either she would open her mind to you and you'd be able to tell if she was innocent or guilty, or if she tried to block you, it would be a pretty strong indication that she was trying to cover up her own guilt. But nah, one quick conversation is enough to change his mind, I guess.
But
Meanwhile,
he's Irish, but Irish people, if you can listen to them niggas talk all the time.
Strong female antagonist goes for a walk on a beach and meets up with Discount Venom, who delivers what may be one of the most nonsensical monologues in the entire show.
Steel or laser are no threat to them.
She literally did kill a Jedi with a fucking blade less than 30 minutes ago. Like, do these people even read their own scripts? Do they even think about what they're writing? Then he ignites a red lightsaber for no other reason than because they want you to know that he's a Sith, and that's it. That's episode 1 over. What a completely retarded mess this show is. It's built around literally the simplest by-the-numbers murder mystery plot, complete with twin sister femme fatale tropes and everything.
For a nerd show.
Damn. So
hey, bro, you know what we gotta fuck with? We gotta do some cameos, bro. We gotta get some of them cameos. Get somebody to do like a little shout out for us.
Be on time. They expect it to be on time.
Seen this show?
Turn shipping
to
your advantage.
Yeah.
Keep those expectations.
I'm not watching that shit, but I was warned about that show 2 years ago, bro.
USPS ground
Star Wars is trash now, bro. That's the moral of the story. Star Wars is trash.
You know, reviewing the cinematic calamity that is The Acolyte is a bit like being one of those poor guys shoveling radioactive.
So y'all still rocking with us? Let us know how y'all feel about these videos.
For sure.
We should bring more videos like this back, but yeah, this shit is interesting so far to me. A lot.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy,
debris off the roof at Chernobyl. You have to limit your exposure time, otherwise it's a one-way trip to Moscow for you, comrades. Anyway, since I've taken it upon myself to document the full scale of this disaster piece for as long as my brain and liver can hold up, it's onwards and downwards with episode 2. 30 minutes of TV, which I'm relatively convinced was written by a group of chimpanzees with learning difficulties. The episode opens with strong female antagonists sneaking into a Jedi temple on generic planet number 4271. This is where she encounters token white guy who's floating in the middle of the room meditating or something. And let's just take a moment to appreciate this guy's character design, shall we? I didn't think it was possible to simultaneously look like an old man and a small child, but apparently they found a way to make it happen. We also learn later in the episode that token white guy's been here for more than 10 years and hasn't spoken a word to anyone that whole time. So, like, has he just been floating here in the middle of the room for a decade? How does he eat, or sleep, or take a force dump? Are Jedi allowed to just abandon their responsibilities and go in the huff for 10 years?
Not playing. Like, she keep trying to kill this nigga.
Yeah, the acolytes, they're supposed to be people that kill Jedi.
Repercussions or official punishment? Who knows? The showrunners almost certainly don't, because I'm willing to bet their thinking on this one didn't extend much beyond, wouldn't it be cool if strong female antagonist has to kill a Jedi, but he's protected by a magical bullshit force field, so she has to find another way to kill him instead. So anyway, strong female antagonist does her patented come at me bro routine.
Attack me with all your strength.
And tries to kill token white guy, but he's protected by a magical bullshit force field, and all her attacks just kind of bounce off him. I love how the force has gone from this subtle mystical power that gives people some limited influence.
The real one. Or my nigga Yoda.
On the physical.
Yeah, man. For sure. We don't know what race you come from, but salute to you, man.
World to just full-on magic that can do whatever the script needs it to. Truly, George Lucas must be proud of what they've done with his creation. Now, you might think that strong female antagonist would have been prepared for a contingency like this. I mean, this force field might be able to deflect knives and fists, but I'm pretty sure it's not impenetrable. Maybe she brought along poison gas that could seep through the force field and choke him to death, or an explosive charge that would collapse the temple on top of his head, or a thermal detonator that would vaporize everything in the vicinity. I mean, they might not be the most elegant solutions, but if you've only got one chance to kill this guy, then you'd be wise to take any opportunity.
Nigga, it's the force, nigga. It's the force.
that you can. But nah, instead she's just like, well, I'm out of ideas, and runs away. This is where we hook up with strong female character number 1 and Squid Game guy, who get word of the assassination attempt from strong female character number 3 and set out to investigate. Meanwhile, strong female antagonist meets up with discount Ezra Miller, which I realize is a misleading name since it implies that Ezra Miller has any intrinsic value to begin with, but hey, at least he got there first. Anyway, discount Ezra Miller's killed the owner of a local drugstore and taken over the place. Why? Don't know. But if your intention here is to operate covertly, then killing a local businessman and stealing his shop probably isn't the best way to go about it. I mean, people generally come to know local shop owners because they're an important part of the community, and if one of them was to go missing suddenly, then I'm pretty sure they'd start asking questions. And the first person they'd ask is the random arsehole that's suddenly squatting in his shop. Anyway, those are questions for a different show, a show written by functioning adults who actually understand cause and effect, and that's not what The Acolyte is about. So anyway, discount Ezra Miller gives strong female antagonist a poison to kill token white guy, since weapons apparently don't work on him. Now, at first, I have to admit that I thought this was a good idea. Maybe it's some kind of airborne pathogen that his force field can't protect him from, or acid strong enough to melt his fake beard off. But nah, it's just actual poison that he has to drink.
Well, that's definitely shite.
I don't think you really appreciate the dimensions of this particular problem, discount Ezra Miller. If she can't physically reach him, then she can't force him to drink the poison, and so the mission's a bust. So if we're assuming that he knew she was going to need that poison, which is why he took over the drugstore, then why the hell didn't he give this to her on her first attempt at killing this guy? Why did he wait for her to fail and then come back for more help? Isn't that just putting a massive target on your back? But that's okay, because I guess strong female antagonist has read the script already and knows that everything's going to work out fine. Now, you might think that if there'd been an assassination attempt on the local Jedi by someone who's already murdered at least one Jedi Master, it would make sense to beef up security around the temple, lock the place down, have armed guards stationed at every entry point, maybe even move token white guy to a more secure location. So it was refreshing to see that they did absolutely fuck all in this case, and the only thing that was beefed up around here was this body positive individual. You know, I seem to recall reading that Jedi practice intense mental and physical discipline, training their bodies and minds to the very peak of their capabilities to give themselves the best possible chance in the event of armed conflicts. The thing is, mental and physical discipline are not words that come to mind when I look at the big lad here. No wonder token white guy lives in a force bubble for 10 years. The only thing I'd trust this guy to defend me from is an all-you-can-eat buffet. So Squid Game guy and strong female character arrive at the temple, but they're too late to stop strong female antagonist, who slips inside completely unopposed because everyone in this episode is retarded, and gives token white guy the poison. And he's like, well, guess it's time to die then, and promptly murders himself.
Oh man! Oh God! Oh man!
I genuinely don't understand what just took place here. Like, if token white guy places so little value on his own life, then why did he even resist strong female antagonist earlier? Why not just let her kill you? Jesus, even Carrie-Anne Moss got to put up some kind of fight, but this chump just agrees to die without even a whimper.
Oh yes, that's shite.
Fuck off, token white guy, and take your stupid 1970s hairdo with you. Anyway, with their mission complete, you'd think it would make sense for strong female antagonist and discount Ezra Miller to get off the planet as quickly as possible. After all, they've done what they need to do here, and the Jedi are clearly onto them now, so there's no reason to stay here a second longer. But because everyone in this episode is retarded, they decide to hang around in the vicinity of the crime scene for absolutely no reason, which gives Squid Game guy and strong female character a chance to catch up to them by tracking the poison back to the only drugstore in the area, which discount Ezra Miller is conveniently still living in so that the rest of the plot can happen. Fuck. You'd think at this point they would start to investigate what common factor links the two Jedi victims, like a past mission that they went on together, for example. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that's basic police procedure when dealing with serial killers like this, trying to understand what connects the victims. Anyway, this is when something happens which is so monumentally dumb, it makes everything else in this episode look like a Christopher Nolan movie by comparison. Strong female character decides that it's best to go into the shop posing as strong female antagonist so that she can get a confession from discount Ezra Miller about what happens. Why can't you just go in there, arrest him, and use that forced mind reading trick from the first episode to rip the information you need right out of his head? Why are you wasting time with this ridiculous contrived bullshit? Why doesn't discount Ezra Miller immediately realize that something's up when his friend starts acting like a completely different person and asking probing questions about stuff that they both already know. Why does nothing in this show make any sense? The thing is, this is exactly what dumb male characters suggested, and it was played off as some ridiculous plan and shot down immediately by strong female character number 2, when in reality it was a much more logical and reliable way of getting the information they need. Anyway, so the gang spring their idiotic trap and Squid Game guy gets into a martial arts battle with strong female antagonist, because that's apparently how fighting gets done in Star Wars now, and then she escapes by knocking some dust in their faces.
You went full retard, man.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. And strong female character tries to stop her with a stun gun, but misses for some reason, like she's really conflicted by this whole thing. It's a stun gun, you fucking moron. It's designed to stun people without harming them. You're not being asked to kill her. There's no moral dilemma to any of this. Just stun her, apprehend her, and then pick up the pieces later. But instead, she lets her go so that the rest of the plot can happen.
Son of a bitch!
Then strong female antagonist links back up with discount Ezra Miller and decides to trust him again, despite the fact that he told the Jedi their entire plan and has definitely compromised their mission beyond any hope of completion, because everyone in this episode is retarded. You know, they say that characters are only as smart as the people writing them, and I think the Acolyte is a perfect demonstration of that. Nobody in this show acts with anything even approaching common sense or logic. People make completely incongruous decisions that actively work against their own interests for no other reason than to keep this absurd parody of a story trundling forwards. The problem with a murder mystery plot is that you actually have to build up and maintain a mystery to keep the audience invested, and it's pretty difficult to do that when every character spills their guts about everything that's happening at the very first opportunity, and all the major players are so completely boring and unlikable that you don't even care who lives or dies anyway. Everything about this episode is idiotic, childly simplistic, and so badly implemented that it's not just ham-fisted, it's sausage-fingered and bacon-wristed. It's a textbook example of people hired for their identity rather than their...
This nigga is not playing.
But shout out to the drinker, man. The shit is bad, man.
Yeah.
Star Wars is over, man. I feel bad because I used to love Star Wars, but Star Wars is like over. Disney is over. I don't know why I keep paying it. I don't know why I got the app at this point, but the app, yeah, Star Wars is over, man. There's no such thing as Star Wars now. It's this shit now.
Damn. You think they'll come back with
my shit? Hell no, but because everything is about inclusion, bro. It's not about storytelling no more. Everything is about, it's not enough gay people in there. It's not enough white people. It's not enough non-binary people up in there. Like it's that's what it's about now. That's why Marvel suck now. That's why like Star Wars suck. Disney suck now. Like, you know, this shit costed $22 million an episode.
They dropped the ball in the storyline.
Hey, man. Well, they hired people that didn't know anything, that's never seen Star Wars ever in their life. They admitted that. They said, we hired people that did not know anything about Star Wars.
Why?
Because they did not. They wanted to put something out with their own story.
Wow.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's why I say, you like, man, I need to catch up with this shit. I'm like, but if you watch the old Star Wars, you don't know what's going on, bro. Everything is, you wouldn't know anything.
Right.
Like they got like fucking lightsaber whips now. Cause it's a lightsaber whip. It's weird, bro.
Man, but yeah, man, we thank y'all for rocking with us. I go tap
yeah, we gotta pick a Tupac song.
We're gonna end off with a Tupac song real quick.
Shit. You wanna pick, you want us both to pick one, or are we just gonna pick one?
You can pick one. Yeah, we can both pick one.
Okay. Well, shit, mine is Never Had a Friend Like Me.
Damn, that's crazy. I was gonna go to that one too.
Okay. Well, let's just play. I'll go to a different one then. We just play that one and I'll think of a different one.
All good. It's all good. I'll think of a different one.
Or pour out a little liquor. You could put them two or something like that, I guess. I don't know.
Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. See, at night I watch the sky. I take another breath. I smoke my new boy to
R.I.P.
And RIP, man. Birthday coming up. June 16th. We'll definitely have a special show for y'all.
For sure.
Stay tuned for that. This the count.
Exactly.
You ain't never had a friend like me. Believe that. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. See, at night I watch the sky. I take another breath. I smoke my new boy to the butt like it's the last motherfucker left. Just me and you evading enemies. Let you get my last shot of Hennessy. Ain't never had a friend like me. Remember memories so vividly. Was once a little dust kicker, now becomes a G. Who can I call when they all fail? Collect calls to my dogs from the county jail. Sending me mail, heard the blocks in the same shape. Ain't nothing changed, niggas slanging at the same place. The same faces, supposed to always hate our foes. This lifestyle is forever, watch the game unfold. Shedding crocodile tears, just got life plus. And you wonder if these white judges like us. Just stay strong, we'll appeal, nigga, you be free. Down with you to the very end. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. How can I be blamed? Forgive me, Lord, I'm insane. In search of fame, won't hurt the change, following the footsteps of past dealers. Equipped with ski masks, no witnesses, we blast squillers. Maybe now they feel us in this act of war. More casualties, no survivors. Any man that defies quickly dies. Cause we got us in my quest for chips. We wear vests equipped with automatic fire. We reply when my enemies trip. Me and you against the nation. Whispering while we conversating. Cause niggas died over information. How much more can we take? Expect us all to break. The world ain't ready for us yet, so let's make Clinton pay. They never wanted us to make it. Everything that we possess, we had to fight and take it. I think the president is smoking weed, bumping this beat, making a living out my misery. Till he got a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Time is to visit. I know it's rough in your cell, receiving mail to the county jail. This is hell. When I was younger, I could picture living in luxury, so how the fuck did I end up in prison? Fucking snitches that got me crossed by my own side. I found him by himself, no drama, he alone died. Nobody cried, should've never testified. You got my nigga 25, so now I sacrifice your life. Help to separate me and my dog. Broken ties, why the fuck should I let you live? When I'm dead inside, rapid fire my delivery. I'm busting at your whole crew, nigga, remember me. Hit up my outlaw set, then throw my pistol in the ocean. Ditch my ski mask, then get the straight coast. It's visiting day at San Quentin, always there to see your closest road dog. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Come after us, let's be complete. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Come after us, let's be complete. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. You ain't never had a friend like me. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me.
Topo Chico. R.I.P. to the guy, man.
You're busting your fist against the stone wall. You're not using your brain. That's what the white man wants you to do. Look at you. What makes you ashamed of being black?
I even know how hard it is. Being a woman, a black woman at that, it's white man's world.
White man's world.
Now we overlook the fact that we can ride hard in our 6 wheels, we knowing the pain we cause. It's white man's world.
White man's world.
I ain't saying I'm innocent in all this. I'm just in this white man's world. This song's for all those times that I messed up, but we messed up. Dear sister, got me twisted up in prison. I miss you. Crying, looking at my nieces and my nephew's picture. They say don't let this cruel world get you. Kinda suspicious, swearing one day you might leave me for somebody that's richer. Twist the cap off the bottom. I take a sip and see tomorrow. Gotta make it if I have to beg a bottle. Reading love letters late night, locked down and quiet. If brothers don't see they mail, best believe we ride. Eating Jack Mac, staring at the walls of silence. Sophist cage where they captured all my rage and violence. In time I learned a few lessons, never fall for riches. Apologies to my true sisters, far from bitches. Help me raise my black nation, reparations are due. It's true, caught up in this world, I took advantage of you. So tell the babies how I love them, precious boys and girls, born black in this white man's world. You know what I heard? Yeah, born black, this white man's world. All my ghetto motherfuckers are proud to be black. If you proud to have this shit like this, nobody got it like this. All these motherfuckers wanna be like us. They all wanna be like us. To be the have-nots. All here. Get our blessed shadow, go on, no motherfucking down. Being born with less, I must confess, only adds on to the stress. 2 gunshots to my homie's head, died his best. Shot him to death and left him bleeding for his family to see. I pass his casket, gently ask him, is there heaven for G? My homeboy's doing life, his baby mama be stressing, shedding tears when her son finally asked that question. Where my daddy at? Mama, why we live so poor? Why you crying? Heard you late night to my bedroom door. Then do you love me, mama? Why they keep on calling me nigga? Get my weight up with my hate and pay them back when I'm bigger. And still thugging in this jail cell, missing my block. Hearing brothers screaming all night, wishing they stop. Proud to be black, but why we act like we don't love ourselves? Don't look around, but suck, check yourselves. Know what it means to be black, whether a man or girl, we still struggling in this white man's world. We must fight for brotherhood, man. We must fight for brotherhood. Born black in this white man's world. We must fight for brother Geronimo Pratt. We must fight man's world for broken lords. We must fight man's world for the countless political prisoners who are locked up falsely by this white man. Change, choose a new direction, and I'm thinking out. My time away just made perfection. I think I die. Not going wrong, why should I care? Like we holding on the lost love that's no longer there. Can you please help me? God bless me, please keep my seeds healthy. Making all my enemies bleed while my G's wealthy. Hoping they bury me with ammunition, weed and shells. Just in case they trip in heaven, ain't no G's in hell. Sister, sorry for the pain that I caused your heart. I know I'll change if you help me, but don't fall apart. Rest in peace to Latasha, Lil Yummy and Kato. Too much for this cold world of hate. Ended up being fatal. Every woman in America, especially black. Bear with me, can't you see that we under attack? I never meant to cause drama to my sister and mama, but when we make it to better times. And this white man,
Like,
how you gonna be a man if we start? Go ahead, now. Come here, when you talk about 5 different houses, ain't a man, either one of them. How we gonna be a man?
That's that Savior's Day too. That nigga said that in front of the Muslim.
red, yellow, and brown, poor and vulnerable are suffering in this nation.
Never that. That's white man's world. They can't stop us. We've been here all this time, they took us out. They could never take us out. No matter what they say about us being extinct, about us being endangered species, we ain't never gonna lose it. We ain't never gonna walk off this planet unless y'all use your brain. Use your brain. It ain't them that's killing us, it's us that's killing us. It ain't them that's knocking us off, it's us that's knocking us off. I'm telling you, better watch it or be a victim. Be a victim in this white man's world. In this white man's world. Black in this white man's world. No doubt. Dedicated to my motherfucking teacher. Matulu Shakur, Geronimo Pratt, Mumia Abu Jamal, Saquon, Dig, all the real OG.
The seal and the Constitution reflect the thinking of the founding fathers.
Matulu died right after he got out of jail, man. That's
to be a
fucked up.
nation by white people,
Geronimo Pratt, nigga. Huey P.
Native Americans, blacks, and all other non-white people were to be the burden bearers for the real citizens of this nation.
R.I.P. Pac, man.
R.I.P. to Pac, man.
But yeah, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We'll be right back with the Off the Pull Up podcast. Yeah,
man, signing off, man.
Appreciate y'all for real, for real.